What's up, dummies? Who's ready for some college football? Let's go. The wait is over. Let's go. Let's watch some college football. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to watch some college football? How's everybody doing? Happy Saturday. Welcome to week 0. Florida State and Georgia Tech set to kick off in, I don't know, probably about 10 minutes or so. Probably about 10 minutes. I have 2 different bets on this game. I did not parlay the bets. It's 2 separate bets. I've got Georgia Tech plus 12, and I've got total points under 55.5. So, for those of you who are curious or want to maybe try to troll me on whatever bets I might lose, those are the 2 bets I have on this game. Georgia Tech plus 12 and total points under 55.5. How's everybody doing? Gamecock Orbit, Floby, Projected Dynasty, Cooter Cat, Bucks, Rays, Bolts. All right. What does that say? Tired of the same old shit. Must be a Florida fan. Yeah, LW, Jeremy James, Floby, Drew Benz, Extreme Gamer Mac, Sam Douglas, Nature Boy, Steven Snyder, Inverted Thrills, Matt Dummett, Big Dog Eat, Robert, UGA Chris, Brad Pitt, Connor Stallions is here. Well, he ain't got shit else to do. Murder Blaze, Manning for Life. Tucci, what's up, buddy? Good to see you in here. My gambling buddy there. It's my gambling buddy. Flaming Sports Media, Dylan Mullins. Murder Blaze. Okay. Hey. Boiled peanuts. Let's go. Let's go. College football and boiled peanuts. I tell you, it don't get much better than that. Well, I tell you, that's fit to eat. That's fit to eat. LSU Sawyer, what's up, buddy? Wayne says salad. Wayne Campbell, my man, what's going on, buddy? College football, then deer season. Don't get any better. I ain't got no interest in that. Ain't got no interest in the deer season deal. I do all my hunting at Publix, buddy. And I've got a 100% success rate. You won't catch me wasting a bunch of time out in the middle of the woods. Kirk picked Clemson to win the ACC. FSU fans are mad. Well, they're mad to start. FSU fans wake up mad. Yeah, Dez picked Miami. Nick Saban picked Florida State. What's his name? Pat McAfee picked Virginia Tech. Seamus picked Florida State, and Kirk with the Clemson pick. Obviously, there's no way Kirk Herbstreit's picking Florida State. You already know that. Shane Cup, what's up? Good morning, buddy. Is Trump coming back? Nobody cares. It's college football season, buddy. Nobody gives a shit. Yeah, I wonder who knows the most out of them. How many points will FSU win by? I've got Georgia Tech plus 12, so that should answer that question for you. Yeah, come on over. The peanuts are right here. Come on over. I got plenty of them, buddy. Believe me when I tell you, I've got the best nuts in town. And a long list of satisfied customers. They're picking the Big Ten now. Desmond Howard picked Oregon. Saban picked Ohio State. I picked Ohio State to win the Big. I picked Ohio State to win the Big Ten. Miami to win the ACC. Pat McAfee making his pick now. Is the sound all right? Can y'all hear me okay? This is a different microphone I use for the game streams versus the regular streams. So let me know. Make sure y'all can hear me all right. Pat McAfee picks Ohio State. Seamus up next, and then Kirk. Sounds good? Okay, good. Good. SMU minus 13.5 first half. I like that bet. I took SMU total points over 41. But I like that too. Seamus picked Ohio State, so that's 3 picks for Ohio State, 1 for Oregon. Kirk Herbstreit getting ready to make his pick now. You got Oregon winning the Big Ten. I have Oregon beating Ohio State in the regular season, but Ohio State beating Oregon in the Big Ten championship game. No, this is Big Ten championship picks they're doing now. Is there any way LSU can surprise and go 10-2? I don't think so. Defense too bad. First Georgia pregame meal. What am I eating next Saturday? I'm not sure yet. Probably maybe chicken wings and Tommy fries, but I don't know yet on next Saturday. I usually start figuring that out on Wednesday or Thursday. How much money you got on the line? Usual Saturday game days, Lou. The amount of money you bet is not really important. It's your unit size is more important than the amount. The amount doesn't really matter. There's too many variables that go into what amount you would bet per game, and everybody's different. So the amount is really irrelevant. But I'll tell you this, I bet about the same amount on every game. So I have a unit size that I bet. Let's say I bet $25 a game, okay? So that's my unit size, $25. If I really like something, maybe I'll bet 2 units or $50. Or maybe your unit size is $100. It's all relative. Maybe your unit size is 100. So if you really like a game, you'd bet 2 units, which would be 200. Under 55.5. Yeah, I have that too in this game. Under 50. My 2 bets on this game are Georgia Tech plus 12 and total points under 55.5. They're picking the SEC now. Des Howard picks Georgia to win the SEC. Nick Saban picked Georgia to win the SEC. Pat McAfee picked Georgia. Seamus picked Georgia. 4 out of 5 have picked Georgia. Kirk up now. They all picked Georgia. All 5 of them picked Georgia to win the SEC. That's the only one they've agreed on. The other conferences, different teams had different picks. Now they're picking the national champion. Desmond Howard picked Oregon. I would expect Ohio State to get the most number of picks here. Nick Saban picked Georgia to win the national championship. Do the Florida State people that are watching have any thoughts on the fact that Des Howard picked a Big Ten team and not an SEC team? Even though he works for ESPN and y'all think the only reason ESPN exists is to prop up the SEC? Just curious. Pat McAfee making his pick now. Pat McAfee picks Georgia. That's 2 for Georgia and 1 for Oregon. Seamus up next. He picked Notre Dame. Where's the, hold on. This might be the first one of the, there you go. Damn. Seamus picked Notre Dame. First 5-star dummy of the season.
Five-star dummy.
Kirk Herbstreit up now. That's 1 for Oregon, 2 for Georgia, and 1 for Notre Dame. Let's see where nobody has picked Ohio State. I'm surprised. Kirk picked Oregon too. So none of them picked Ohio State to win the national title. That's shocking to me. That's shocking to me. 2 votes for Oregon, 2 votes for Georgia, and 1 vote for Notre Dame is what they picked for the national champions. Now they're making their pick on today's game, Georgia Tech versus Florida State. I would assume they're all going to pick Florida State. LSU beating Southern Cal 49-42. I took Southern Cal plus 6 in that game. I already put a bet in on it. Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to pick Georgia Tech to win in this one. Three picks for Florida State so far. Desmond Howard, Nick Saban, and Kirk Herbstreit have all picked Florida State. Pat McAfee making his pick now. Pat McAfee picked Florida State. Seamus is the only one left. I see some. Seamus picked Georgia Tech. Seamus picked Georgia Tech, but keep in mind he also picked Notre Dame to win the national title, so he's pretty much a
five-star dummy.
I see some of y'all talking about the clouds in the background on game day. Doesn't it pretty much rain all the time in Ireland? I've never been there, but doesn't it rain a lot in Ireland? It's evening time over there too. What are they, 5 or 6 hours ahead? Is it 5 o'clock in Ireland or 6 o'clock? Joe Tessitore and Jesse Palmer on the call for today's games, for those of you that like to complain about the announcers. Jesse Palmer and Joe Tessitore will be the butt of all your jokes today. They are announcing the game. Of course, I watch the game on mute. I don't need the announcers to tell me what's going on. And I don't need to pretend to be mad at the announcers constantly either. Florida State looks like takes the field first. Fresh off a 63-3 beating in the Orange Bowl. Yeah. What a shame it would be if Florida State lost 2 straight games to teams in the state of Georgia. I don't know if y'all remember or not, but the last time Florida State played, they got beat 63-3 by Georgia. Not sure if y'all remember that or not. Yeah, y'all hit the thumbs up. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Over 300 people in here and 62 thumbs up. If you can't hit thumbs up for the start of the college football season, that don't make no sense to me. It kind of hurts my feelings, to be honest. Not gonna lie. Kind of hurts my feelings. Captain's headed out to midfield now for the coin toss. Looks like 4 from each team. Hey Lou, I got a lot of bets today. I got some baseball bets too. Hold on, let me go over all my bets real quick. That way, if I lose any of these bets, y'all can troll me. I know y'all like to troll me. I took a risk here. I took the Yankees -2 today. I also have a 3-bet parlay in baseball. Blue Jays, Tigers, Yankees, all 3 to win. And then, of course, Georgia Tech, Florida State game, I've got under 55.5 total points. And Georgia Tech plus 12. That's 2 separate bets, not a parlay. So I'm kind of hedging my Georgia Tech plus 12 bet by also betting total points under 55.5. That way, hopefully, if Georgia Tech for some reason gets blown out, maybe I make it up on the other end with the under 55.5. And then in the game tonight at 8 o'clock, I've got SMU team total over 41. So SMU to score more than 41 points. I'm going to stream this whole game here on YouTube, of course, today. And then tonight at 8 o'clock, I'm live streaming the SMU Nevada game on Patreon. So those of you that are going to be watching SMU and Nevada tonight, if you want to hang out and watch that game, the link will be posted on the Patreon page around 7:45. There's a link to the Patreon page in the description of the video. Let me, I think. Yes, there is. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Here's a link to the Patreon page. We will be live on Patreon at 8 o'clock for SMU versus Nevada if y'all want to hang out and watch that one. All right, getting ready to get underway here. Live from Ireland! Week 0, Florida State versus Georgia Tech. Let's go. College football, son! The greatest sport on earth. And nothing else really is even close. Nothing else is even close. God, I love college football. Here we go. Looks like Georgia Tech will be kicking off, so Florida State will get the ball first. We will get a look at their brand new quarterback, fresh out of Oregon State via Clemson, DJ UncleLouHere. Affectionately referred to as the ukulele, or DJ Oogabadoogie. All right, we're underway. Kick is in the air. College football season is here. Kick goes out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Florida State will take over 1st and 10 on their own 25. Let's go. Let's go, college football. Come on now. You know, we got 5 straight days of games next week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And yes, Uncle Lou will be live streaming all 5 days. You already know. You already know. Your season is over videos every Sunday, call-in shows every Tuesday and Thursday. If you just happen to stumble across this channel, boy, is it your lucky day. You struck gold when you found this channel if you're a college football fan. This is unbelievable. 1st and 10 for Seminoles. Oogabadoogie rolls out, throws complete out in the flat, has room, picks up a 1st down before he's bumped out of bounds. Gain of about 12 on a little swing route to the running back out in the flat. It's a play action pass. Oogabadoogie rolled out, hit a wide open running back in the flat, scampered up the sideline for about 12 yards. 1st and 10, Florida State. You made a lot of money on Maction last season? Good for you. 1st and 10, Florida State. They're in a shotgun again. Ukulele waiting on the ball. They're on their own 37-yard line. Florida State is. Game just got started. 1st possession here for Florida State. Gonna hand it off this time. Follows a blocker. Has some room off right tackle. Good for about 8 yards. Good blocking on the right side by Florida State that time, pushing Georgia Tech around. 2nd and 2 coming up now for the Noles. I believe Mike Norvell's the play caller for Florida State, isn't he? Isn't he? Is he coach and OC? I think he's the play caller. If there's a Florida State fan, they can let me know if I'm wrong, but I think he calls his own plays, Norvell, which I'm not a fan of that. But I think he calls his own plays. Oogabadoogie in a shotgun on 2nd and 2. Motion. Jet sweep. Cuts it up inside. Has room. Tripped up after a gain of about 5, but he only needed 2. Another 1st down for Florida State, getting up close to midfield now. Hey, what's up, Anthony? Banjo? Breaking parallels. The weakest link. Let's be a Florida fan. Florida fan. Texas Dog, Jack Burton. LS Momo. Good to see everybody hanging out, watching some college. Feels good to be watching college football, don't it? God, it feels good. 1st and 10, Florida State, 3 wide, man in motion. Oogie in a shotgun. Play action pass. Nope, he is going to hand it off right up the gut. Gain of about 2, and that's it. 2nd and about 8 coming up now for Florida State. Looked like a zone read, and Oogie decided to hand it off. Bets aside, would you rather FSU or Tech win? I guess it would probably be better for the channel if Georgia Tech won. Them winning doesn't have anything to do with it. It's Florida State losing that would be good for the channel. 2nd and 7 now for Florida State. But I don't root for or against any team other than my own unless I have money on the game, which in this case I do. Nice looking play on the ground that time by Florida State. Picks up about 14 yards, another first down. They're making it look easy on the ground. Nothing really through the air yet. They had that one little swing pass out to the running back. Other than that, getting the job done on the ground here early. Florida State is inside the Georgia Tech 40 now, 1st and 10. Another handoff right up the gut, broken tackles. They can't bring him down. That number 11 ought to have his scholarship revoked right now for Georgia Tech. Did you see that piss poor fucking Lincoln Riley looking effort that he gave trying to tackle that Florida State running back? Holy shit. That guy ought to have his scholarship revoked and taken out of the... Watch this number 11. What is that? Look at this right here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Well, they ought to sit that dummy down. Fucking lack of effort ass motherfucker. That's embarrassing. That's Lincoln Riley level bad. 1st and 10 for Florida State now inside the 30 on the Georgia Tech 28. 3 wide. Oogie in a shotgun with 2 running backs, 1 on each side. Snap. Another handoff. Gets loose again. Inside the 20, 15, 10, 5. Untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Boy, they ran it down Georgia Tech's throat. There wasn't nothing Georgia Tech could do. One passing play on that drive by Florida State. The rest of the work done on the ground. 75-yard touchdown drive for Florida State. Capped off by about a 25-yard touchdown run on a little draw play right up the middle. Running back bounced it outside once he got past the line of scrimmage, and there was nobody between him and the end zone, and he walked in for the score. Florida State up early 6-0 over the Nerds in Ireland. If it's that easy, they're going to beat them by 50, says Fireball. Now they run a fucking fake field goal. Gimmick you ran a fake field goal. Or fake extra point. They're up 8-0. Look at this shit. Boy, Georgia Tech, what are you doing? Georgia Tech down bad. Well, they made that look easy. Georgia Tech fucked that up big time. Georgia Tech fucked that up big time. Brian Gentry, thank you for the super chat, buddy. He says, "Nah, you shut up, bitch. It's Uncle Lou season." It is Uncle Lou season. It's college football season. I, for one, couldn't be happier. Florida State made that look easy. They took the opening kickoff 75 yards in about, 7 or 8 plays. Only one pass play. A short completion to the running back out in the flat on, I think, the second play of the drive. Everything else was on the ground, and boy, there were massive holes and nothing Georgia Tech could do. Georgia Tech's going to return the kick out past the 10 to the 15, hit right around the 20 and dropped there. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Nerds on their own 20-yard line. They're down 7-0 with 10 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. 8-0. Sorry, 8-0. Georgia Tech about to get blown out. Yeah, I've been doing these live streams for 6 or 7 years, and every single time whatever team scores first, about 90% of the comment section says, well, game's over. Such and such team's getting blown out. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know, but The sun rises in the east, and every time whoever scores first is blowing out the other team. I see that comment a million times a season on every live stream I do. Watch out with FSU. Not only will they fight for the ball in a dog pile, they will also try and pickpocket you too, says Metal Rules. Free money betting FSU. Gonna be a bloodbath. Season is over for Tech. Georgia gave up an opening touchdown in about every game last year. Yeah, I know. And 90% of my comment section was in here telling me we were going to lose. College football is back. Florida State has free crab legs, says Danny. So what is the over-under on number of commercials per break? I have no idea. Death, taxes, and the nerds getting gorilla drug in football. Damn. You done pissed off the Knowles. Uh-oh. What's that mean? Georgia is not Georgia Tech. Never utter such a comparison. Looking slim today, Lou. I'm almost back down to my fighting weight, so y'all better not fuck with me this year. I'm down to like I think I weigh about 174, 173, 174. Noel's mad about last year. Looks like UNC's defense, says Tar Heel Man. The beatdown UJ gave them last year is still in their mind. They remember gonna be a bad day for Georgia Tech. I need Georgia Tech to get it together so we can laugh at Florida State, says William Storch. Well, we'll get a chance to laugh at them. It might not be today, but we will get a chance to laugh at Florida State this season. Don't worry. I can promise you that. Uncle Lou looking pleasantly plump. So some of you think I'm slim, some of you think I'm plump. Tennessee is the best program. Are you mentally retarded? I'm serious. If you are, that's fine. We got a lot of special needs people around here. So, but I'm just wondering, before I clown you into oblivion, I'm wondering how retarded you are on a scale of 1 to 10. All right, first offensive possession for Georgia Tech. We'll see if they can do better offensively than they did defensively, because Florida State absolutely embarrassed them on that opening drive. Down 8-0 with 10:50 to go in the first quarter. First offensive series for Tech. Pistol formation, motion. Haynes King waiting on the snap. There it is. He's going to hand it off. Cuts it up in huge hole. 10, 15, 20-yard gain out past the 35 to the 36, 37-yard line. Almost a 20-yard gain for the nerds on first down. Defense optional in this game. This looks like LSU versus Southern Cal so far. Running a 2-point conversion on Georgia Tech is like punching a child because you're angry. First and 10 for the nerds on their own 35. Jet sweep. Another nice gain by Georgia Tech. Close to another first down. I think he's going to be a little bit short. It's going to be second and less than a yard now for the nerds. A lot of running the ball in this game so far. Florida State only attempted one pass on their first possession. It was a pass complete out in the flat to the running back. Nothing downfield. Georgia Tech yet to attempt to pass. Uncle Lou, the redneck Jamaican. I can live with that. I can live with that. Of course, I'm not a redneck at all. But I can live with that. Hitch pass by Georgia Tech. Complete. Off to the races. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15. Out of bounds inside the Florida State 15. Just one of those quick snap the ball and throw it right to the wide receiver behind the line of scrimmage. He made a man miss a yard or two downfield and he was gone. All the way down. This guy is fast. Look at this little joker. This little Mighty Mouse looking motherfucker here. Look at him. Future bridge builder. All the way down inside the 15-yard line. Out of bounds around the 12 or 13. First and 10, Tech in the red zone. Pistol formation this time. Haynes King waits for the snap. Motion. Snap. Handoff. Another good gain. 9 yards down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and 1. These defenses are fucking abysmal. These defenses are piss poor. This is pathetic. No wonder the SEC don't want Florida State. Or the Big Ten or anybody. Nobody want. No wonder. They out here looking like Lincoln Riley. Haynes King with a keep. Up the gut. Down to the 1-yard line. Good for a first down. It's going to be 1st and goal, Nerds at the 1-yard line. Where'd all those where'd all those Florida State people go that were talking mad shit 5 minutes ago, as well as the other 100 or so people in the chats that said, well, this game's over. Florida State's going to win by 50. Does this mean now that Georgia Tech's going to win by 50? 1st and goal for the Nerds. Zach Pyron in at QB now for no particular reason at all. What happened to Haynes King? Empty backfield. Snap. Quarterback draw. Touchdown, Nerds! Florida State can't beat anybody from Georgia! Holy shit! Georgia Tech Florida State can't beat anybody from the state of Georgia! They let Florida State go right down the damn field like they weren't even there! Hey, Florida State, does this game count? I'm asking for a friend. Does this game count? Is this your backups? Do you have 10 players going to the NFL? Did half your team sit out? Yeah, game's over. Georgia Tech's going to win by 100 now. Game's over. Defense optional. Defense optional. God, these are so good. So good. By Insanity, thank you for the super chat. He says, last time Notre Dame beat Ohio State was 1936. Dang. Last time Notre Dame beat Georgia was fucking never! Will Eubanks says, did Georgia Tech and FSU join the Big 12? Where's the defense? The Big 12 might not even want Florida State after this. Tyler Lewis, thank you for the super chat. He says, both teams suck. Almost like it's the first game. Yeah, I remember a couple of years ago in the first game, Georgia played a top 10 Oregon team and beat them by 50. I guess it's because it was the first game. I don't know. How'd the nuts turn out? They turned out great. I got up at 6:30 this morning. Actually, I got up at 4:30 this morning. Started cooking my nuts at 6:30. Took them off about an hour and a half ago. You can't get no better than that. Uncle Lou's got the best nuts in town. I got the best nuts in town. And a list of satisfied customers a mile long. ACC turned into the Big 12. Dang. I hate to hear that. Boiled peanuts. Boiled peanuts. FSU fans done dipped out already? Dang. They was in here after Florida State scored a minute ago. Where they at now? Yeah, this must be Kirk Herbstreit's fault. This has to be Kirk Herbstreit's fault. What's going on here with Florida State's defense is clearly Kirk Herbstreit's fault. What's up, Chiquita? Yeah, I know, Bad Dog. We're gonna hook you up, though. We gotta get you down here, Bad Dog. All that YouTube money you make, Bad Dog, come on down to Georgia for a week. Let Uncle Lou make you, come on down here, try some of Uncle Lou's nuts. I'll even take you to T-Bones and get you some Tommy fries, too. Yeah, you got to blame Kirk Herbstreit. Florida State fans are going to start blaming the rain on ESPN, says Voltard representative. It wouldn't surprise me at all. They blame everything on ESPN. They blame everything on ESPN. If they drop their cell phone in the toilet, they blame it on ESPN. FSU equals a poverty clown university. Well, it's hard to argue with that, honestly. Normally I like to argue with people, but it's hard for me to argue with that statement there. Is this what LSU versus Southern Cal is going to look like? Yeah, but it's going to be all passing, whereas this one is all running. Hey, Lou, will the Georgia game be on your Patreon or LouTube? I don't know yet. I'll put a poll up on my Patreon page on Monday. And all the way the streams work is I put a poll up on my Patreon page on Monday. Florida State keeps it on the ground on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go this time. Going to be tackled. Well, actually, he did kind of get loose there. Georgia Tech did a good job of stringing it out, but couldn't bring him down. He ended up picking up 4 or 5 yards. Every Monday, I put a poll up on Patreon, and I say, what do y'all want me to stream this Saturday? Noon, 3:30, or 7:30? And they vote. Whatever time slot gets the most votes over there every week, that's the Patreon stream. So I won't know until Wednesday what time slot I'm streaming next week on Saturday. 2nd and 7 for Florida State. They're going to throw it this time. Ukulele steps up in the pocket and gets dragged down for a sack. Well, I guess he gained a yard. But boy, the ukulele looks like... How can anybody move that slow? Has he always been this slow? Yeah, he has. We tried to tell Florida State that all offseason, didn't we? Look at him. It looks like he's running in slow motion. Looks like he's running in slow motion. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Noles. Can Georgia Tech force a 3 and out here? We're about to find out. Shotgun. Oogie Badoogie back to throw. Steps up, gets rid of it. Caught. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. Tackled up near midfield. Wasn't exactly the cleanest looking play, but it worked. Aided by a couple of missed tackles. Almost didn't even catch it. Bad throw, thrown behind the receiver, but he made a good catch, made 2 players miss. 1st down, Florida State just across midfield. Play action pass, throws, complete, another bad pass. Receiver had to fall down to make the catch. Terrible throw by the Oogie Badoogie. Florida State fans are having a hard time coming to the realization that everybody was right when they told them that Oogie Badoogie is nowhere near as good as Jordan Travis. I think they're starting to, I think reality might be starting to set in for the Florida State man. It's been a long off season of crying and wailing and gnashing of teeth and blaming of ESPN for them, but can't dodge reality now. Turns out DJ UncleLouHere ain't very fucking good. Jet sweep. This is what they need to be doing. 1st down, Florida State. Needed 6, gained 6.5. Is the game on ABC? I believe it's on, no, it's on ESPN. ESPN. What do you think about Peyton Thorne, Lou? Not the answer for Hugh Freeze. Not the answer. Not the quarterback he needs. Auburn has a ceiling with Peyton Thorne, and that ceiling is about 8 wins. They're building there. I mean, good recruiting class, good transfer portal haul. But until they get a quarterback in there that can run Hugh Freeze's offense, Auburn's going to have a ceiling. Oogie Badoogie throws complete. No, dropped. Hit the running back right in the hands. Good throw, actually, by Oogie Badoogie, which is rare. And the running back dropped it, went right through his hands. Might have been hearing some footsteps there. Got bad case of the alligator arms here. Look, took his eye off the ball. Dang, big dang. Take his scholarship away too while you're at it. Get rid of him. Put him on the bench. You've been promoted to walk on, dummy. 2nd and 10. Shotgun for Oogie Badoogie. 3 wide. Changing the play up a little bit. Snap. Handoff right up the gut. Good defense by Georgia Tech that time. Only picks up a couple of yards. It's going to be 3rd and long for Florida State. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Florida State 8. Nerds 7. I hate Florida State almost as much as Florida, says neighbor. They won't score this series. Field goal, says EV. 3rd and 6 for Florida State now. They're on the Georgia Tech 36-yard line. A handoff. They don't trust Oogie Badoogie to throw the ball. 3rd and 6, they hand it off. He gains a couple of yards. 4th down coming up, but there is a flag. Let's see. First flag of the game. Holding on Florida State. I would assume this will get declined. If you decline it, it's 4th down. I would assume Georgia Tech would decline this and put Florida State in a 4th down. Yeah, they declined it. So it's going to be 4th and about 4 for Florida State now. So I would assume we'd see a field goal attempt here. FSU is one-dimensional. Well, yeah, because their quarterback is fucking garbage. I mean, everybody spent the last 8 months trying to tell Florida State fans that, but they didn't want to hear it. Now they see it with their own eyes. Plus, they don't have any wide receivers that anybody cares about. Keon Coleman and Johnny Wilson are gone. 4th and 4. And they're going to keep the offense on the field. Apparently, they don't have a field goal kicker either. They must not have a field goal kicker either. They're going to keep Oogie Badoogie on the field on 4th and 4. 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Big play early in the game here. 4th and 4 for Florida State. On the Georgia Tech 34. Back to throw. Gets rid of it. Caught. Hit and dropped short of the first down. Wow. Shitty play call. They don't trust Oogie Badoogie to throw the ball downfield. 0 downfield throws for Florida State on their first 2 possessions. They had one like 7 or 8 yard crossing route over the middle. Everything else has been out of behind the line of scrimmage for Florida State because DJ Oogie Badoogie's not any good. Can't throw the fucking ball. This is a little swing pass to the running back out of the backfield, but caught 3 yards short of the first down and dropped right away by the Georgia Tech defender. Turnover on downs. It'll be Georgia Tech's ball when we come back from the commercial break and that. It's because it's raining. I know it's week 0, but when it comes to stupidity, y'all are in like week 8 form right now.
5-star dummy.
Aside from football, are you a fan of other sports? No, I'm a fan of gambling on other sports. But that's it. College football is the only sport I watch for recreational fun. If I watch any other sports, because I have money on the game. Well, I do like international soccer. Country versus country. No Tommy fries today. Boiled peanuts. I got 2 different chips and dip. Homemade jalapeno poppers later. Homemade jalapeno poppers probably during the SMU game. SMU Nevada. I'll be streaming that SMU Nevada game tonight on our Patreon at 8. Haynes King was a Longview Lobo. What is that, his high school or something, I'm guessing? Seems this game might be close, Lou, says Seasoned Cracker. I hope so, because I took Georgia Tech plus 12. Oh, you grow your own jalapenos? That's cool. Yeah, we make homemade jalapenos. So you take jalapeno, cut it in half long ways, spoon out all the seeds and stems, stuff it with cream cheese, wrap a piece of bacon around it, put it in the oven. Really good. Really good. Really easy to make and really good. Georgia Tech will probably win, says Wotod 24. Wotod, were you one of the ones saying Florida State was going to blow them out when they scored on their first possession? Where'd all those people go? Is there anybody in the comments right now that's willing to admit that they were one of the people that when Florida State scored on their first possession, started typing over and over again, this game's over, Florida State by 50, Florida's going to blow them out? Is there anybody that typed that and is now willing to admit it or not? I mean, I can always scroll back through the comments and call you out by name, but I've seen if anybody wants to admit it. Oh, yeah, a couple of you will admit it. There you go. Yeah. Hopefully it stays a good game. Nobody wants to watch a blowout. So, Georgia Tech goes the wrong way on first down. They tried to keep it on the ground and it didn't work. Florida State made some type of adjustments or something. They were ready that time. Big loss on the play. Puts Georgia Tech in a hole here at 2nd and long. Nate the Great, what's up, buddy? He says, what's more softer? Georgia Tech FSU defense combined or 2021 Ohio State's defense? Probably Ohio State. Yeah, probably Ohio State. 2nd and 16 now for the Nerds. Shotgun. 4 wide. Haynes King throws complete out in the flat. Nowhere to go. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and a mile coming up for the Nerds. Lou, your commentary is better than what ESPN has, says Green with envy. Yeah, well, ESPN's not allowed to yell and scream and cuss and tell you the truth like Ooga Badoogi's terrible. Or these defenses are trash. They're not allowed to say that. They'll get fired. I'm not getting fired. I don't have a boss. I am my boss. I tell you the truth and I don't water it down. That hurts a lot of people's feelings, though, so I'm glad you enjoy it. 3rd and 16. Empty backfield. Haynes King. He's going to take off running quarterback draw. Picks up a few yards, but nowhere near enough. And the Nerds will have to punt it away. Under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter now. I didn't type it, but was beating my wife and yelling it, says Jeremiah Jackson. So you're a Bama fan? That's cool. PayPal, brother. All right. Let's check that out. Wow. Wow. Joe DiMaggio, thank you. He said, you on one today, brother. Future bridge builder. Epic funds towards new internet. Appreciate your time, sir. Keep the classic streams coming. Yeah, man. I know it's only week 0, but I'm trying to hit the ground running here. You know? I want to be in mid-season form by the time week 1 rolls around next Saturday. So I'm You know, I'm not easing into things here. I'm jumping all the way in with the trash talking into commentary. If this was SEC, y'all would be saying how great the game was, says Heather Tiller. If this was the SEC, both these teams would be way better. Come on, man. What are you talking about? The last time Florida State played an SEC team, they lost by 60. Ohio State cheated with Jim Tressel. Well, you going way back now. Is that the sweater guy? 1st and 10, Florida State. Ooga throws complete at the line of scrimmage, but has room down the sideline. Picks up about 11. Should be a first down for Florida State. Get this man a job at SiriusXM. No, I ain't got time for that. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. I appreciate the compliment, but I'm built for YouTube. I'm built for YouTube. 8-7, Florida State still up over the Nerds. 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Florida State with the ball, 1st and 10, their third offensive possession of the game. Under center this time for Ooga Handoff, off left tackle, no blocking at all. Tackled by about 4 Georgia Tech players, 2 or 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Florida State's Swiss cheese offensive line didn't even attempt to block any of the Nerds on that play. That was pitiful, piss poor, pathetic, and sad. 3rd and long coming up for the Noles. XM just gave out millions to a podcaster. I doubt YouTube will give you that. Well, I don't get enough views for millions of dollars. Is that what you mean? No, I don't get enough views for millions of dollars. But YouTube pays plenty of people millions of dollars every year. I promise you that. Into the first quarter, 8-7. Each team scored on their first possession. Not much offense since then. Did you get my Cash App? Woo. Let's look and see. Sure I did. I'm damn near positive. Damn near positive. Who's a worse passer, Mildew or the ukulele? You know, I'm probably going to say the ukulele, and here's why. With Mildew, you really have to respect his ability to scramble and run with the ball. And so that opens up opportunities for him throwing the ball that the ukulele will never have, because there's not a soul on planet Earth who's worried about the ukulele taking off and running. I mean, he can barely go check his mail. Never mind run against a legitimate defense. It's going good, buddy. How you doing? Mildew has a cannon for an arm. Yep. So did Joe Milton. So did Anthony Richardson. You know what they all have in common? They're not good college quarterbacks. I'm not basic and simple enough to think that somebody that makes it to a playoff is automatically better than somebody that doesn't. I'm not fucking retarded, which is probably why I don't think that. For example, I don't think Stetson Bennett is better than Bryce Young just because Stetson Bennett has 2 national titles and Bryce Young has not a single fucking goddamn one. 0 fucking natties. Not a single goddamn one. But you, Carson, you do think Stetson Bennett is better than Bryce Young. Because you're a fucking idiot. I hate Alabama, Penn State, Michigan, and Southern Cal much more than Nebraska, says AJ. Bryce Young won the 2020 Natty. No, you're thinking of Mac. You're thinking of Mac Jones, retard. Mac Jones won the 2020 Natty, dummy. When's the Vegas trip after the season? January 27th. Oh, so the national title game is on January 20th. We're all going to Vegas the Monday after that, January 27th, for that week. I'm in Indy, and I can tell you right now, Richardson is not a good pro QB, straight trash. I can't really speak to that one way or the other because I don't watch enough of the NFL. Like, didn't he get hurt last year? Maybe early in the year or something. But so I haven't seen him play at all in the NFL. So I don't know how he's doing in the NFL one way or the other. Nor do I particularly care. Hit the like button and make Lou a millionaire, says Max Sachs. Well, long way to go to get there, buddy. Georgia D-line will be way better this year. I don't know about that. It's the exact same players as last year. It might be a little bit better because they have another year of experience, but I don't think those players are magically going to become superstars. I just joined. What are your bets for this game? I've got Georgia Tech plus 12 and total points under 55.5. I didn't parlay them. It's two separate bets. Georgia Tech plus 12, total points under 55.5. All right, 3rd and 15 for Florida State. Second quarter underway here. They got the ball on their own 32. Back to throw. Ugabadugi's going to get sacked. They're going to get Georgia Tech with a personal foul. They got him around his head. It's one of those calls that people don't like, but that is the right call. He tackled Ugabadugi around his head. That's a bad penalty for Georgia Tech because instead of it being 4th and 25 and you're getting the ball back if you're Georgia Tech, instead you give Florida State an automatic first down. That's a bad penalty there. Boy, he whipped that right tackle. Good God, that right tackle is garbage. Florida State, y'all better get that right tackle out of there before y'all start playing any legitimate teams. Holy shit. That right tackle looks like a battered wife out here, getting abused on every play. Y'all better get rid of that right tackle before y'all play a real team. Florida State. 1st and 10 for FSU now on their own 47. Play action pass. Ugabadugi backing up. Throws behind the line, complete to the running back. Makes several people miss. And then darts up the sideline for a nice gain. More poor tackling from Georgia Tech. Turns a good gain into a great gain. Georgia Tech and FSU can't tackle. Yeah, this has been really bad defense out here on both sides so far. Ohio State are as annoying as the man who danced on Sean Taylor's logo. Sean Taylor has a logo? I don't know about that. I didn't hear about that. I know who Sean Taylor is, but I don't know what you mean about dancing on his logo. Thoughts on Cameron Ward this year? Quarterback from Miami? I think he can be pretty good. Might be the second best quarterback in the ACC. TCU could actually beat us. Something you can't do, says the big brother. Not sure who he's talking to there. I'm pulling for Jaylen Brown as a former LSU Tiger. Hope he plays well. 2nd and 8 for Florida State. They're in Georgia Tech territory on the 37. Pistol formation. Ugabadugi's going to hand it off. Gain of about 6, maybe 7. 3rd and short coming up now for Florida State. Ohio State fans never talk about Michigan. Every comment you make is about us, says the big bro. I think he's arguing. I think that's a Michigan and Ohio State argument going on in the comment section. I better stay out of the way of that one. I don't want to catch any strays there. 3rd and 2. And Ooga Badoogie tried to do a quarterback draw and lost 100 yards. Is anybody surprised? No. No. 4th and long. Ooga Badoogie is terrible. My God, he's terrible. I thought Florida State been recruiting pretty good. Y'all don't have no quarterback. Norvell's been there 4 years. He doesn't have a quarterback on that roster in development that he could have played instead of going out and getting this used tire, DJ Uiagalelei. Kick looks good, and it is. Florida State extends their lead to 4. FSU 11, Georgia Tech 7, 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. 52-yard field goal. I'm guessing you can kick in the rain but not throw in the rain? Is that the deal from what y'all were telling me earlier? It's because it's raining. That's why Ooga Badoogie's not any good, because it's raining. I guess you can kick in the rain but not throw in the rain. Is that the deal? All right. Whatever you say, boss. Ever helps you sleep at night? Hello? Hello? Somebody's here. I don't know who it is or care. Take whatever you need. FSU wouldn't win more than 6 games in an SEC schedule. That's not necessarily true. Come on now. I mean, it would depend who all they played, but they wouldn't go 6-6. Come on. Lou, come answer the door. You brought cheese. Is it pepper jack? If you have pepper jack cheese, I'll let you in. I'm interested in a bet between Georgia and Texas. What do you mean? You want to make a bet with me? Is that what you mean? I mean, I picked Georgia to win, so if you want Texas, yeah, I'll make the bet with you. What do you want to bet? Points, straight up? What are we betting? What 6 teams could Florida State beat in the SEC? Are you being serious? Vanderbilt, Mississippi State, Arkansas, South Carolina, Auburn, Florida, probably Kentucky. Texas A&M would be a good game. They beat LSU the last 2 years in a row. They'd probably beat them again. I mean, it'd be easier to name the teams they can't beat. Georgia, Bama, Texas, Ole Miss. They'd probably lose to Tennessee. They'd probably lose to Missouri. North Dakota State got a chance in Boulder, woo. Yeah, they got a chance. They're a good program, North Dakota State. They're not going to be intimidated. I mean, that's for sure. They're not going to be intimidated. No way Ukulele Man beats OU's defense. OU's defense isn't very good. That would be a good game. Florida State versus Oklahoma would be a good game. Why is Clemson and Georgia 11 a.m.? Well, it's noon Eastern. When was the last time that... I must be talking to somebody else. I stole your plays and they were all trash. I think there's some kind of massive argument going on in the comment section between Michigan and Ohio State, which I love. That's the whole point of this channel, is to argue about college football. But it confuses me when I just look down to try to pick a random comment to read, and the comment that I read is like a Michigan person talking shit to Ohio State. OU's defense is good now, Lou. Well, I mean, until we see it, are we supposed to just take your word for it? I mean, they weren't good last year or the year before. In fact, they haven't had a good defense since like 2014. But okay, you say this is the year. All right. Maybe you're right. Hey, what's up, Bubba? I'm good. I think Georgia Tech offense could be dangerous. I don't know. All right, Florida State set to kick off after a field goal that extends their lead. FSU 11, Georgia Tech 7. 11 minutes to go until halftime. The ball goes into the end zone for a touchback. Georgia Tech will take over 1st and 10 on their own 25. Can I get a go dog? Yeah, go dogs. Go dogs, Jonathan. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. Appreciate you helping us support the channel and the show today, man. That means a lot. Thank you. All right, here we go with Georgia Tech. Let's see if they can get something going on offense here. 1st and 10 on their own 25. They're down 4. 11 minutes to go in the first half. Haynes King rolls to his right, throws right through the hands of a wide receiver on an out route near the first down marker. Literally, it looked like he made a basketball hoop with his arms and the ball went right through it. Clemson is so bad they would do good to have the ukulele. Also, Michigan and Ohio State rivalry is mid. The second part of that's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Gamecocks lover. The Michigan and Ohio State rivalry is mid. That's one of the dumbest things I've ever read. And I'm 46 years old. But to call the Ohio State Michigan, if the Ohio State, I mean, I'm not even justifying that by talking about it anymore. That's one of the most idiotic things any human being has ever typed. Clemson is so bad they would do good to have ukulele. I do think ukulele is better than Cade Klubnik. I do. Who's more annoying, Tennessee fans or Colorado fans? Well, there aren't no Colorado fans, and the few Colorado fans that there aren't annoying. It's the Dion fans that are annoying. Haynes King on 3rd and 5, throws complete, 1st down, and then some. Across the 40 to the 42. Nice gain by Georgia Tech, keeps the drive alive. FSU said we're going to play the ukulele this year. Are we laughing at FSU if they lose this game? Oh, of course. Well, we're laughing at whoever loses. But it would be a lot more laughter if Florida State were to lose than if Georgia Tech were to lose. I generally don't think Florida is as bad as people say we are. Well, you've had 3 losing seasons in a row. I don't really see how it could be any worse than that. They need to take that 10 away from Florida State name. They are not top 10. This is pathetic. Dang. That's sad if that's true. 9.5 minutes to go now in the second quarter. Still a 4-point game. Florida State 11, Georgia Tech 7. The Nerds have the ball, and they're looking at a 2nd and 4 here. Around their own 46, 47-yard line. King in a shotgun with 4 wide. Motion, snap, handoff right up the gut. Gets loose, 1st down, then some. 40. Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A gain of 15 or 20 yards that time. Just a handoff right up the middle. Danced around in the hole a little bit. Found a crease. Scooted out wide and got loose for about 15 yards. Look, just a patient run. Waited on his block downfield. Good looking run there by that kid. I don't know who that is for Georgia Tech. Probably somebody that nobody else wanted, or else he wouldn't be at Georgia Tech. But that was a good looking run there. 1st and 10 for the Nerds. God damn, man. Come on, Lou. Be nice. Be nice, Lou. Be nice. Haynes King gonna throw this time on 1st down. Going deep, even though it's raining. Oh, he overthrew. He was wide open in the end zone on the corner route, and he overthrew him by about 2 yards. I'm guessing because it's raining. I don't know. That's because it's raining. Holy moly. Holy moly. I'm here for all soft batch tears. Well, you came to the right place. There's plenty in here. Georgia Tech players are just UGA rejects, says William Storch. Not all of them, but a lot of them. First, 2nd and 10 now. Haynes King, quarterback draw, gets outside. Has downfield blocking inside the 30. Puts his shoulder down and runs through a Florida State defensive back. Then gets thrown out of bounds, but not before he picked up a first down. Look at this. Haynes King says, come get you some of this, you bitch-made motherfucker. Put his shoulder right in his chest and drove his ass backwards about 6 or 7 yards. Florida State can't fuck with these Georgia teams. They're just not on the same level. They're just not on the same level. 1st and 10 for the Nerds in the red zone, or close to it. They're just outside the 25 of Florida State. They're down by 4, 7.5 minutes to go until halftime. Haynes King in a shotgun. Pistol formation. Motion. Snap. Handoff. Right tackle. Spins and gets loose. Wow. This kid won't go down. Florida State can't tackle anybody. They should have had him tackled for a 2-yard loss. He hit the circle button and got loose for 8 yards. Look at this. Right here. Nowhere to go. Circle button. Dang. 2nd and 3. This is alarming. Haynes King keeps. Gets loose. Another broken tackle. They can't tackle. 4 fuckers can't tackle this goddamn quarterback. God almighty. Lincoln Riley is watching this game and going, oh, what's the big deal? Why's everybody, what's the big deal? Holy shit. Hey, did y'all know Florida State put 10 players in the NFL? 1st and 10. Handoff right up the gut, picks up 4 or 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd and about 6 now for Georgia Tech, down to the 10-yard line. 6 minutes to go until halftime. Did you smash your TV when Rod Moore picked off McCord? Oh, that's the Ohio State and Michigan people still going at it. Florida State defense down bad right now, says Jonathan Moxley. Yeah, real bad. Real bad. Brent DeCant says, Lou, you need to make a 3 and a 4-star dummy saying. No, I skip, believe it or not, I skip over all the 3 and 4-star dummy comments and just read the 5-star dummy comments. But my God, there's a lot of them, ain't there? Good morning, Lou. I hate that I missed a rigged wheel. Moving's a bitch. Oh, that's all right, swaggy man. You'll get it next Saturday. Who'd the wheel land on today? Hufferbilly Slaw. Hufferbilly Paul, Clemson fan. And he took Georgia Tech plus 10.5. So he's looking pretty good right now. He's looking pretty good right now. Let's see. Am I behind more on the... is Florida State still in the ACC asking for a friend? No, they're joining the Big Ten last month. If you don't believe me, go read Florida State Twitter. Florida is so bad they're going to lose to Samford? Man, come on, man. Is that true? That can't be true. They're not losing to Samford. 1st and goal, Nerds. Handoff right up the gut. Nowhere to go that time. Florida State stood them up. Might have gained a yard, not much more. 2nd and goal, 4.5 minutes to go until halftime. Clemson is so bad to be good at. Yeah, okay, we're caught up now. FSU down bad. Caleb says, notes getting manhandled into trenches and on tackles by Tech is a bad look. It is a bad look. It is a bad look. Let's go, Darwin. What's up, buddy? He says, Florida State couldn't tackle a load of laundry. Golly. It's funny you say that because their defensive linemen look like wet bags of clothes. 2nd and goal. Pistol formation for the Nerd. Haynes King keeps down to the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal now for the Nerds from the 1. Just under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Carolina Crackpot, what's up, buddy? He says, this venue looks so much more sunny and bright than it did last year. Just throwing that out there. Ohio State and Tennessee would thrive in the rainiest, windless environment. Oh, boy. Junkyard Dog, thank you for the super chat. He says Florida State's going to start talking about how the nerds are actually really good and should offhandedly been top 15. Of course they will. Of course they will. Or they're going to mention how third and goal. Touchdown Nerds. Georgia Tech takes the lead over Florida State. God damn. God almighty. It's taking everything in me right now to not run to Twitter and shit post. Goddamn Florida State, man. Tried to tell them. You spend all offseason crying about Kirk Herbstreit and ESPN and the boogeyman hiding under your bed and Reese Davis and the playoff committee and ABC and Disney and suing your own conference and TV networks. And now look. Now look. You look silly as fuck. You look silly as fuck. I mean, if Florida State loses, I'm dead serious. If Florida State loses this game, their fan base is going to get clowned worse than anything the internet has ever seen in the world of sports. Period. Period. Nothing will be close. Nothing will be close. I feel bad for DJ Uiagalelei. Why? He chose to go to this fucking circus. All he does is change schools. It's all Kirky Boy's fault, says Super Denny Gumpy. Yeah, they'll blame ESPN or whatever the fuck. It's waning, woo. Oh yeah, but it was raining. Yeah, that's like it was raining. So it's only raining on Florida State, though. It's only it's not raining on Georgia Tech. For Georgia Tech, it's sunny and 80 degrees. It's weird. It's weird. The weather is really weird. It's only raining on Florida State. Shit is weird. Georgia beat FSU so bad they're still losing. Yeah. At least they're not losing by 60 this time. But look, the reality is Florida State just can't compete with teams from the state of Georgia. It is what it is. Georgia Tech has beat Florida State 2 of the last 3 times they played. This isn't even a surprise. This isn't even a surprise. Think about it. I just thought about it. This isn't even a surprise. Georgia Tech has beat them 2 of the last 3 times they've played. Now, Georgia Tech hasn't beat Georgia but 2 times this century. Georgia Tech is like 2-22 in the last 24 games against Georgia this century. But Florida State, they can handle Florida State. Georgia Tech has beat these bums 2 of the last 3. And it looks like it's about to be 3 out of 4. So we shouldn't even be surprised. For anybody that's new to the channel, though, I do take a break during halftime. So let's bring that up. Because it's going to be, halftime's going to run up on us quick here. So at halftime, I put this up on the screen. And I record a halftime video about the game, a first half reaction video, a halftime report video. So as soon as the clock strikes 0 for halftime, I'm going to mute the stream and put this picture up. I'm going to record a quick halftime video, upload it, and then I'll be back on here live by the time the third quarter starts. So just in case anybody's new, that's how we do the streams around here. The kickoff is going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Florida State will have the ball with 3:13 to go in the first half on their own 25-yard line. Down by 3 to the Nerds, 14-11. Underrated, thank you for the super chat, buddy. He says, can Florida State come back and pull off the major upset? Yeah, they can't. Look, anytime the more talented team is losing, then they always have the ability to come back. Will they? Now, that's a different story. I don't know. But could they? Yeah. Could they? Yeah, they could come back and win for sure. Billy Boy says, I told Florida State fans last year's bowl defense was a 2024 defense starters minus the freshmen. They didn't seem to understand. Yeah, they get it now, don't they? Brent, thank you for the super chat. Lou, glad to be back watching some football on a Saturday with you. So much fun shit talking. Yeah, listen, that's another good point for people that might be new. This isn't personal to me, okay? It's just that trash talking and college football go hand to hand, and I do a lot of trash talking. I know that's not for everybody. Some people don't enjoy that kind of thing. And if you don't, there's a million other half-melted bowl of vanilla ice cream YouTube channels that you can go watch that are the same as everything else out there. And you're welcome to go find one of those. Around here, we're loud, we yell, we scream, we talk a lot of shit. Now, we also have a really good time, but it's up to you whether you stay or go. Sun, thank you for the super chat, says, it don't rain on me, Lou, it rain around me. That's right, my man, Bob Hale, call me quick, after duty hours. Notre Dame's schedule just got easier. Florida State not looking good, that is for sure. 3rd and 7 now for Florida State. They can't get anything going. 2 minutes to go until halftime. DJ Ooga-Badoogie in a shotgun. One running back with him back there. Snap, back to throw. Blitz. He steps up in the pocket, gets hit from behind, and falls forward for a first down. Extremely lucky to get loose there. Georgia Tech brought a blitz. The blitz got home, but let's give DJ some credit. He stepped up in the pocket. He didn't get nervous. He stepped up in the pocket. Escaped and picked up a first down. So let's give him some credit there. We've been hard on DJ. He did the right thing there. Georgia Tech pushed him over the line. Yeah, he got hit from behind and fell forward for a first down. So first down, Florida State. Does this game count? Yeah, we were discussing that earlier. Let me ask the Florida State fans on Twitter and see what they think. I'll ask the Florida State fans on Twitter and see what they say. Kirk Herbstreit must have put the fix in. Your season, Florida State, your season is over. Dang. Nick Saban is tired of Pat McAfee's bullshit? What? I watched a lot of game day today. I didn't notice anything going on between those two. Seeing your season is over again will be glorious. Yeah, we're going to do the your season is over video tomorrow, Sunday, like I do every Sunday during the season. But keep in mind, there's only a couple of games today. So tomorrow will be a much shorter version of your season. If y'all remember from last year, some of those your season is over videos on Sundays were an hour to an hour and a half long. There's only a couple of games today. So tomorrow's video won't be that. I don't know how long it'll be, but there will be a your season is over video tomorrow, but it won't be sort of the full-blown thing that you're used to seeing week in and week out during the season. We'll kick that off next week when there's more games. FSU's about to hit an explosive play for a touchdown, says Project Dynasty. We'll see. We'll see. Are you wearing that stupid robe again? Which one? I've got like 3 different stupid robes. Which stupid robe are you talking about? You talking about the LouTube Team Asshole stupid robe? The American flag stupid robe? Or the plush blue Ralph Lauren robe? Which one are you talking about? Which stupid robe are you talking about? I mean, I guess the short answer to your question is yes, I probably am wearing a robe tomorrow for the Your Season Is Over video, but I don't know. I don't know specifically which robe you're referring to. My guess would be, since it's still a little warm out, that I would probably go with the silk LouTube black Team Asshole robe tomorrow. 1st and 10 for Florida State, pass complete. Good for 6 or 7 yards on a little comeback route. 2nd down coming up now for Florida State. 1:45 to go. FSU's got all 3 timeouts. So does Georgia Tech, for what it's worth. 2nd and 4 coming up on 1.5 to go until halftime. Florida State can tie it up with a field goal if they get into range. They're on their own 41. Shotgun for Uga Badoogie. It looks like he's changing the play. He's doing a lot of talking back there. Now he's ready. Snap. Handoff. Nowhere to go. He's going to be about a yard short of the 1st down, it looks like. Actually, he might have got it on 2nd effort. It's going to be close. I think he did get it. 1st down, Florida State. Lou, how do you like you need place? New place? Oh, it's great. It's great. This room is a little bit smaller than the football room I had at my other place. But overall, this place is much bigger than my other place and much, much nicer. First and 10. Uga Badoogie goes deep. That's got to be pass interference. Georgia Tech, yeah, they got to call that. I mean, Georgia Tech was all over the guy all the way down the field. I mean, that's it don't get an easier call than that. I don't want to see no Georgia Tech people crying about that call. I mean, that was obvious. It looked like he was trying to pickpocket him all the way down the field there. So, yeah, I mean, he had to make that call. This is obvious pass interference here. That's pretty obvious there. He threw his hands up at the end, though. Georgia Tech guy got to 3rd base. Terrible call. No, that was a good call. You got to make that call. That was obvious. 1st and 10. Big penalty there. Gives Florida State the ball on the Georgia Tech 40 with 32 seconds to go. Shotgun for Uga Badoogie. Motion. Snap. Play action, back to throw, scrambling out to the right, looking downfield. They're going to get Florida State for holding behind the line of scrimmage. Pass incomplete, out of bounds anyway, but they're going to, now this is a bad penalty for Florida State. Because this is going to move them way out of field goal range. We're going to end up going to, nothing's going to happen. We're going to end up going to half with no points here. This is going to put Florida State all the way back on their end of the field. Florida State was about 10 yards out of field goal range before that play, but now this penalty is going to back them way up. And with only 23 seconds to go, it looks like Florida State's not going to get any points out of this drive. We'll see. Florida State O-line might be doo-doo. I thought they'd have a good offense. I mean, I was hard on their wide receivers, the quarterback, obviously, but I thought they'd have a good offensive line, but you're right. They have not played great. DJ's been under a lot of pressure. The offensive line has looked confused by several Georgia Tech blitzes. But here we go, 1st and 20 now at midfield. Uga Badoogie throws complete underneath. Picks up 8 or 9 yards. Still nowhere close to field goal range. Florida State's probably going to take a timeout here. 15 seconds to go now. Billy Boy says, terrible clock management. FSU has 3 timeouts. Yeah, I think they just used one. Yeah, they just used one of them. Hey, Lou, what's up with the $20 Patreon tier going away? Yeah, there's just no need for it. Just go down to the $10 one. I can't get rid of it. It's just the way, I don't want to bore you with it. The way Patreon is set up, I can't just get rid of it. So that's why I put the note on there telling everybody, don't sign up for the $20 one. And if you're on the $20 one, switch down to the 10. There's just no point in the $20 one anymore. I'm just trying to save y'all some money, cutting it in half. Targeting isn't stupid. Kicking a player out or suspending a player for a half for every targeting is dumb. Yeah, I agree. I don't think a player should be kicked out for his first targeting penalty. I think it should be like yellow cards in soccer. First targeting penalty, it's just a 15-yard penalty, and let's keep playing football. If the same player commits another targeting penalty, then he should be kicked out. That's the change I would make. What's your Twitter handle? I think it's @UncleLou or @CrazyUncleLou or something, but if you just type in Uncle Lou on Twitter, you'll find it. Do you still live in Evans or move elsewhere? I live in Grovetown, so Evans is a suburb of Augusta. Grovetown is a different suburb of Augusta. Same county. They're both in Columbia County. But I'm in Grovetown now. I think targeting should be allowed. That's classic football. Yeah, you're in the minority and basically a caveman at this point if you think you should be able to target players' heads. Your knuckles must be scraped up from dragging the floor, but we're never going back to that again, so yeah, you're out of luck there. Lou, did I see you on TikTok, or was that someone taking your videos? I do have a TikTok. I hardly ever post on there, so I don't know whether you saw me or someone pretending to be me or what. I have no idea. Does the country that you live in being named Columbia get you closer to your inner game? I don't know what that means. FSU does not look physical at all, and DJU is the same shitter he has always been, says Faux Nickel. Lou, are you live streaming on Thursday? Yes. Yes, I'm live streaming Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We have 5 straight days of games. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I don't know yet which will be on YouTube and which will be on Patreon. That's up to the Patreon members. And I'll put the polls up on in the Patreon page on Monday. They'll vote on which games they want me to stream, and I'll stream those games on Patreon. Any other streams that I do beyond that will be here on YouTube. The stream tonight will be on Patreon at 8 o'clock. SMU in Nevada tonight at 8 o'clock on Patreon. So those of you who are members of the Patreon page, you know the deal. I'll post a link on Patreon about 7:30 or 7:45. Just head on over to my Patreon page at that time, 7:30, 7:45 tonight. You'll see the link. Just click the link. It'll take you to the live stream. If you're not signed up on the Patreon and you want to be, there's a link in the description of the video. I think I might, can I post it? Here you go. There's a link to the Patreon page. If you're not on Patreon and you want to check it out, there's the link. Do you think the games go by too fast with the clock change? I don't mind it. It was, I noticed it a lot at the beginning of the year last year, but by the end of the year, I didn't even really notice it anymore. So I think it's fine. FSU will run. They better run back to Tallahassee with their tail between their legs. 2nd and 10 for Florida State. 15 seconds to go. They need about 5 yards to try a field goal. Oogie back to throw. All day in the pocket. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. Not a good throw. Receiver had to dive for the ball. Hit off his fingertips. Incomplete. 3rd and 10 now with 9 seconds to go. Probably some type of a quick, short pass here. They need 4 or 5 yards to get into field goal range. They've got 9 seconds. So my guess would be some kind of quick, short pass play here to just try to pick up 4 or 5 yards. Maybe even a running play to try to pick up 4 or 5 yards. Call another timeout and get the field goal unit out there. Let's see what they do. Shotgun, 4 wide, 3 to the bottom, 1 up top. Oogie waits on the snap. Snap. And they are going to hand it off. And he's going to lose yards. Wow. Lost a couple of yards and ran out of time. Holy shit, Florida State is retarded! That is awful. Are they going to put time back on the clock, or what are they? Yeah, it looks like, I guess they're going to put a second back on the clock. But holy shit, Florida State almost fucked themselves in their own asshole there. Yeah, they put a second back on the clock. My God, that running back was dancing around behind the line of scrimmage and just about let all the fucking time tick off the clock. In fact, it did tick off the clock. But they've gone back and put 1 second up on the clock. Florida State has called a timeout, and now they got the field goal unit out on the team. But this is going to be another long, a 60-yard field goal here from the left hash, because the running back actually lost a couple of yards on that last play. But here we go. This will be to tie it up. Just a reminder that I'm taking about a 5-minute break at halftime. So after this kick, you'll see this picture up on the screen, and I will mute the video for about 5 or 10 minutes. I'll be back before the start of the third quarter, though. All right, it looks like Georgia Tech now is going to take a timeout to try to ice the kicker. This will be the last play of the half. There's only 1 second left, and yeah, Georgia Tech has taken a timeout. 14-11 is your score. The Nerds on top of the Noles by 3. Lou, can you still take down your mini helmets? Yes, I can. It's really easy. Watch. See how easy that is? The only thing easier than that is playing blackjack, buddy. The only thing easier than taking those helmets down is playing blackjack. All right, here we go. Florida State's field goal unit back out on the field. This will be a 60-yarder from the left hash. 59, 60 yards. I guess it's a 59-yarder from the left hash. Here we go. To tie it up. Snap, hold, kick. God damn, it looks good. It is good. This motherfucker made a 59-yard field goal in Ireland. Florida State has come roaring back to tie up the Nerds. All right, everybody, I'm going to take about a 5 or a 10-minute break, and I will be right back. All right, y'all, I got the video recorded. Give me just a few minutes to get it uploaded, and then I'll be back on. And Florida State down bad, boy. Damn, Florida State down bad. Well, what are we going to do with them? What are we going to do with them? I don't know. They're over on Twitter talking about how they're a second half team. I said, shit, I hope so. Damn sure ain't a first half team. All right, how's everybody doing? We made it through the first half. I'm sweating. God dang. What going on? Hot in here. Put my whole shoe up here. How in the hell? Here we go. Had a wardrobe malfunction. Uncle Lou, I'm back. How you been, buddy? I've been great. Where you been? Jail? I can't believe this game so far, says Sooner Man. Norvell called the first half like he was afraid of his quarterback, and maybe he should be. He definitely should be. He's not any good. He's not any good. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate that. I appreciate you helping support the stream, man. That means a lot. Thank you. Great to finally have college football back on TV. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I played that college football game. Yeah, I got it too. It's all right. Florida State's going to make me look silly taking them and the points. Yeah, I took Georgia. What did I take? I have Georgia Tech plus 12. And I have total points under 55.5. So I'm feeling pretty good about both of those right now. DJ Oogabadoogie. Yeah, DJ Oogabadoogie not any good, turns out. Big surprise there. I'm glad you see the PayPal question. No, my bad. Let me check. I apologize. I will get right on that. PayPal, Lou, for great content. Hoping PayPal takes the smallest cut. If not, let us all know which system is best. PayPal is the best in terms of what they take. Yes. Super chats are great and they're easy to use, and it's integrated into YouTube, so it's really easy to use. So super chats are great. But about half gets taken out. So in other words, a Memphis Rebel $4.99 super chat, I'll get $2.50 of that. I'll get $2.50 of that. Around $2.50 of that. YouTube takes 30%, and he did that from an iPhone because it's $4.99. That's how you know when somebody's got an iPhone. If the super chat ends in 99 cents, that's from an iPhone. The Apple Store takes 30% as well. So that $5 super chat, YouTube takes 30%. Apple takes another 30%. So PayPal and Cash App take a much smaller percentage than super chat. But I don't mind the super chats at all. Like I said, I super chat people too because it's very convenient. It's built into YouTube. You can type your comment out like that. So I'm not discouraging anybody from sending super chats. But for those who have PayPal or Cash App and don't mind doing it that way, that is better for whatever creator you're sending it to, whether it's me or somebody else. And you can attach whatever notes, questions, comments, whatever to PayPal and Cash App too, and I'll be happy to read them. But I don't mind the super chats. But since you asked, that's how that works. Hey Lou, the game will end 37-34. I hope not, because I've got under 55.5 points. I mean that would be fine with me for Georgia Tech plus 12, but I need less than 55.5 points to be scored. Tech's defense is spooky or sneaky good. All right, looks like the kickoff's going to go for a touchback. Hey, the ladies here. How you doing?
Hi.
Yeah, see how she tells you hi there? With the ladies here. See,
Good morning.
see how she tells you good morning there? FSU's going to lose this game, says Casey Berger. Well, it'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? Was a big fan of the line play from both teams early on. What about you? You were a big fan? Florida State's offensive line can't block anything. I'm not sure on that one. Georgia Tech 1st and 10, first possession of the second half. They're going to start out on the ground in a huge gain, 30, 40, 45, 50, 40, inside the 40 down to the 39, about a 40-yard gain on the first play of the third quarter. Florida State is an absolute disaster and an abject failure of a football team and a football program. And the reason I say program is because they got too much focus and attention on dumb shit that's got nothing to do with football. Suing everybody under the sun, crying about Kirk Herbstreit and all this non-stop belly aching that they won't shut the fuck up about. And this is what the result is. Haynes King with a quarterback keeper on 1st and 10 picks up about 4. It's going to be 2nd and 6 now for the Nerds. How to jalapeno poppers? We're having those later. So I've been snacking on boiled peanuts. I got some chips and salsa, or not chips and salsa. I've got 7-layer dip and French onion dip. So I'm going to have some chips and dip here in a little bit. And then the jalapeno poppers will be later, probably during the SMU Nevada game. If y'all are going to be watching the SMU Nevada game, I'll be live streaming that, but it'll be on Patreon, so not on YouTube. 2nd and 6, not much that time for Haynes King. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage, might have gained a yard, but it's going to be 3rd and about 5 now for Georgia Tech. So for the jalapeno poppers will be for the primetime game tonight, SMU and Nevada. I'll post a link on the Patreon page around 7:30 or 7:45. So if y'all want to hang out and watch SMU Nevada like we're doing Georgia Tech and Florida State, the link will be posted on the Patreon page around 7:30 or 7:45. If you don't know what the Patreon page is and you want to check it out, there's a link in the description of the video. 3rd and 5 for Georgia Tech. 4 wide. Haynes King back to throw. 4-man rush for Florida State. Pass is incomplete. In and out of the hands of the receiver. 4th and 5 now. Decision time for Georgia Tech. Let's see what they're going to do. 12:57 to go in the third quarter. 4th and 5. Are they going to go for it here? Looks like they're going to punt. Or is this another long field goal. Georgia Tech now will be attempting their first field goal of the day. Florida State with 2 field goals in the first half. This is from the right hash, and it's going to be a 51-yarder. The kick is up, and he pushed it wide right. Had the distance, but he pushed it wide right. No good. Score remains tied at 14 apiece. Can't leave those points on the field if you're Georgia Tech. If you're trying to pull off an upset, you got to make that kick there. You got to make that kick. You see, Florida State has made 2 huge kicks. Georgia Tech now 0 for 1 on field goals, so not good there for Tech. Cable is way too expensive. I don't know why anybody would still have cable anymore. Just get rid of all your cable, your satellite, all that shit. Just get YouTube TV. It's all you need. Just get YouTube TV. I'm going to enjoy watching Colorado fans cry when Deion leaves with his sons and the fans realize Deion's recruiting choices destroyed their team's future. If Deion leaves after this year, then that's a true statement. Colorado will be buried for the foreseeable future because he hasn't recruited any high school players. Hey Lou, sorry I'm late. Where did my wrench go? We reset the wrench every few months, so wrenches are always handed out on the Patreon stream. So Patreon stream tonight at 8 o'clock. Everybody on the Patreon stream gets a wrench, but I reset the wrenches like twice a year. So you must haven't been on a Patreon stream since the last time I reset the wrenches. But just come hang out tonight for the SMU Nevada game. Even if you can't hang out tonight for the SMU Nevada game, click on the link tonight, leave a comment on the Patreon stream, and everybody that comments on the Patreon streams gets a wrench. Lou is not a real college football fan. He doesn't cover all the games. What? Buddy, I'll watch more games in the next 3 weeks than you've watched in the last 3 years. I have 6 screens in here. Okay? So 6, 12, that's 18 games. And I watch 18 games every Saturday. How much is Patreon again? It's $10 for the Patreon streams, $10 a month. Will Florida State sue the AP poll when they get dropped out of the top 25? Probably. They're suing everybody else. I'm surprised they haven't tried to sue me yet. I'm honestly surprised they haven't tried to sue me. Unclear, you're the best. You get me through the week. Thank you, SR and the boys. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. FSU Sulu. Yeah. Hashtag FSU Sulu. All right, Florida State takes over after that missed field goal by Georgia Tech. Ooga running for his life, throws, and the ball is batted down at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. It's going to be 2nd and 10 now for Florida State. Still tied up 14 apiece. Third quarter just underway here. Can DJU really run any slower? I'm telling you, man, it looks like he's moving in slow motion when he runs. It's bad. It's like watching syrup slip down a plate. He's running like a pocket passer. ESPN is fucking us with these commercials, says G-Man. Well, you know all these TV contracts that everybody's bragging about? How much money they're making on these TV contracts? Where do you think these TV networks are getting the money to pay these teams? By running commercials. I'm a couch potato and I can run faster than that, says SDR. I think you should put the Georgia memorabilia back on the wall, says Destroya. Florida's about as soft as Ohio State. Damn. 3rd and 7 for Florida State. Now coming up on 12 minutes to go in the third quarter. Georgia Tech with a missed field goal to start the quarter. This is Florida State's first possession, trying to keep the drive alive here on 3rd down. Motion, shotgun, snap, back to throw. Gets rid of it. Caught near the sideline, but I believe he was out of bounds. Yeah, they're calling it out of bounds, and Florida State doesn't appear to be arguing. Here's a good replay here. Ooh, he might have had his foot down. That kind of looked like he had his foot down, didn't it? I think that's a catch. I think that's a catch. They're going to have to take a look at that and overturn it. I think that's a catch. Florida State should have been champs. Florida State should hand been champs. Woo. You okay? Lightest toe tap of all time. It looked like he got it down to me. I'd be surprised if they don't overturn this one. It looks like that right foot comes down in bounds. The toe. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the right call. They overturned it. So first down, Florida. That's a big play there for Florida State. That would have been 3 and out had they had to punt there. This keeps them on the field. This keeps the offense out on the field. I didn't realize you had to be an alumni to be a fan. Oh, you definitely don't have to be an alumni to be a fan. If the only fans they had were alumni, the stadiums would be half empty. And instead of making $80 million a year on a TV contract, they'd be making about $10 million a year. Most fans are not alumni. Ooga Badoogie going deep. Did he catch? No, dropped. Wide receiver was open down around the 10-yard line and the ball was underthrown. Terrible throw here. If that's any type of decent throw at all, this guy probably in the end zone. Yeah, not a good throw there. Probably should have been a touchdown. Thanks a lot, Kirk Herbstreit. 2nd and 10. Just inside Tech territory around the 48. They're going to hand it off this time. Cuts it back inside, picks up about 4 yards. They need to stick with being a clown college, says SR and the boys. DJU has missed every possible throw. Has Florida State recruited a young QB because he needs to play? I was mentioning that earlier. Norvell's been here 4 years and he recruits pretty good, but where's the fucking quarterback that he recruited, let's say 2 years ago, that would be a third-year junior now that would be ready to play? Apparently he ain't got down. He had to go out and get the goddamn ukulele. The guy don't know what he's doing. Wait till you see him run the ball. It looks like you pressed like half speed.
I was just about to ask how it's going.
Well, it's 3rd and 6. Look at that. Look at that. Did you see that?
Who's he throwing?
He threw it into his fucking uncle in the bleachers. Jesus Christ. I mean, this guy's an absolute trash can with legs.
Trash can with legs. Boy, have I missed this.
4th and 6 now for Florida State. And they've got the punting team out on the field now. Still tied 14 apiece. The punt goes into the end zone for a touchback. Tate Rodemaker would be the guy, but he transferred out. Brock Glenn is the backup, and he's been recruited. Well, he must be hot fucking garbage if they're relying on DJ Oogabadoog. How was DJ a 5-star coming out of high school? The same way Cade Klubnik was. Boy, how does Clemson go from fucking Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence to DJ Oogabadoog and Cade Klubnik? My God almighty. I mean, you want to talk about two total opposite ends of the spectrum. And by spectrum, I don't mean that.
That spectrum.
Yeah, I just mean total opposite type players. Georgia Tech hit and dropped in the backfield for about a 2-yard loss. That was a good defensive play there by Florida State. One of the few that we've seen today, honestly. So many five-star QBs the last few years have been complete garbage, says G-Man. Georgia Tech offense, zero creativity. Second and 12. Pass over the head of the intended receiver. Looked like Haynes King got hit as he was throwing. Third and long coming up for the Nerds. Both these teams suck, says Nick. Yeah, it appears that way. How's the cat? Oh, the cat's good. She's sleeping on the chair out in the living room and that. You going to any home games this year, Lou? No, I can't. Cost me too much money. Third and 12. 3 wide to the top of the screen for Georgia Tech. Haynes King in a shotgun. Got a running back there with him. Snap, back to throw. Looks to his left. Gets rid of it. Receiver fell down. They tried to run a deep out route, but the receiver fell down coming out of his break. So the pass falls incomplete. 4th and 12, and the Nerds will have to punt it back to Florida State. Jonathan, thank you for the super chat, buddy. He says, Uncle Lou and BA, greatest football show. Thank you. Thank you. I couldn't do it without her. Honestly. I couldn't do it without her. I'd starve to death.
He's spoiled.
I'd starve to death. Both of these teams are bad, says Carolina Jackpot. Dang, and that's coming from a South Carolina fan. Holy shit. You want to talk about being down bad? South Carolina fans are watching this game going, man, these teams are bad. Dang. Florida State's going to return to punt, trying to get to the corner. Not going to get there. Tackled around the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 for Florida State. Still tied 14 apiece. 9:44 to go in the third quarter. Lou, you got a good one. I sure do. You're right about that, buddy. You are right about that. The one good throw in the whole game and the guy falls down. Yeah. He must have fell down because it's raining. What's weird is it wasn't raining for the Florida State DB because he didn't fall down. It was only raining where the wide receiver was running. None of the DBs fell down. That's fucking, you want to talk about weird? That's weird. That's vice presidential candidate levels of weird there. Go ahead.
Type about it.
Go ahead and type about it. I know you want to. Go ahead. Turf monster favoring white Tonto. Yeah, Matthew, you might be onto something there. You might be onto something. Miami is back with Cam Ward. Well, Miami's my pick to win the ACC, so I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, Cam Ward's going to have a good season if that's going to happen. Hey, what's up, Brett? I've seen enough FSU to the Birmingham Bowl. Dang. They can't even make a 12-team playoff? Thanks a lot, Kirk Herbstreit. What happened to the state of Florida football? Kirk Herbstreit ruined it. Dark horse to win the ACC, NC State. Yeah, not even really a dark horse. I mean, they're ranked in the top 15, top 20 in every poll. I think they have the third best odds, or maybe four. I think it is third best odds to win the ACC. Dark horse, I think, would be somebody like Virginia Tech or SMU. Tim Waltz is a coaching legend, says Nick. Casual Gamer says, what's up, Uncle Lou? What's up, buddy? Doug Shelton says, Ooga Badoogie is a spitting image of Joe Milton. Damn. I remember back when FSU left the ACC 2 years ago, says Underrated. Yeah. Yeah, this isn't even a conference game for Florida State. This is a non-con game. Florida State is playing 12 non-con games this year. Thanks a lot, Kirk Herbstreit. To be fair, DJ can't pass or run. That's true. That is true. Favorite YouTube extraordinaire, Uncle Lou. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for the kind words. You're a typer extraordinaire. Florida State doesn't want that SEC smoke. Yeah, last time they played the SEC, they got beat by 60. I remember that. 1st and 10, Florida State keeps it on the ground. Off right tackle's going to pick up about 4 yards. Gang tackled by a slew of nerds after that. 2nd and about 6 coming up now for Florida State. Slaw wants you to type. Here you go, Slaw. Slaw, give me some of that type. I'm with Caden the man, and he's laughing at you. Wow. Speaking of Caden.
5-star dummy.
What are the odds that someone named Keaton is with Caden right now?
Quote unquote with Caden right now. Yes.
Yeah,
That
that's a good one, buddy.
As the millennials would say,
Yeah,
right?
that's a good one. Someone
Seems
named
kinda
Keaton
sus.
just happens to be, hey, my buddy Caden.
It's right here with me.
Hey, give me a chicken sandwich, man. In fact, give me 2 chicken sandwiches, dummy. 3rd and 1. Florida State picks up the first down up near midfield. Couple of yards right up the middle. Yeah, Binky Williams is in the game. Shout out Binky Williams. Does Binky have a Florida State pacifier? Does anybody know? Does Florida State put up with that dumb shit, or is that just something senile Nick Saban was allowing him to do? I don't even know if the Florida State fans know this or not, but this dumbass y'all got playing running back, Binky Williams, motherfucker wore a pacifier all last year instead of a mouth guard. There you are right there. I don't know if I need to order a Florida State one or not. Is he wearing a fucking pacifier and a diaper like he did last year at Florida State or at Bama, or what's he doing here? A handoff on 1st and 10. Good for a yard, maybe 2. It's going to be 2nd and about 8, just past midfield now for Florida State. Georgia Tech's going to think they're good for beating this piss-poor FSU team, says Jay Shipes. John Hunter says, clown school versus nerds. Isn't that still nerd on nerd violence? Maybe. DJU has been hanging out with Overthrow Joe. Somebody made that comparison earlier. It's pretty accurate. I'm a Bama fan and Roy Dell is not dynamic, says T. Smitty. I didn't know we were watching Iowa, says Senior and the boys. Florida State goes deep here, but of course DJ threw it out of bounds. It's funny you mentioned Iowa. I was on a Clemson show. Yesterday. They wanted to talk about the Georgia-Clemson game, and the host was a Clemson guy, and I told him that Clemson was basically a whiter version of Iowa. That's pretty fucking white. That's pretty fucking white. But I mean, that's what I told him. I said Clemson is just a whiter version of Iowa. DJ Oogabadook Duke got sacked on 3rd down there, so I'm sorry I'm not calling every play, but if you've been watching this game, you already know only about 1 out of every 10 offensive plays do anything. So, it's incomplete pass, sack, 2-yard gain, sack, 1-yard loss, incomplete pass, punt. So Florida State set to punt it away here. Let's see if they can pin Georgia Tech down deep. Got the kick away. Caught at the 10 and decapitated. Now, I don't know why that guy didn't fair catch that, but he's lucky he's still alive. Hey, this guy for Georgia Tech just learned a hard lesson here, a painful one too. He needs an ice bath, some Epsom salts or something, one of them inflatable hot tub deals. Look at this. Well, you got to fair catch that. Well, how did he hang? You know, it's a miracle he hung on to that ball. I'll tell you that too. It's an absolute miracle that it's a miracle that Florida State doesn't have the ball right now, first and goal inside the 10. I don't see how he held on to that. I ain't gonna lie. I don't see how he held on to that thing. Got some turkey sandwiches from Dean. Do you want one? Says Mac Saxon. You know what? Fuck Dean's turkey sandwiches. I've been asking that motherfucker to invite me over for leftover turkey sandwiches for 3 Thanksgivings in a row now, and he ain't got no interest in it. So I went ahead and told him the other day, in fact, I'm done asking. I'm done asking. As far as I'm concerned, Dean Legge's doesn't even have leftover turkey sandwiches anymore. So no, I appreciate the offer, but no, I don't want none of Dean Legge's leftover turkey sandwiches. I gave him every opportunity to do the right thing and invite me over to his house for leftover turkey sandwiches, and he refused to take me up on that offer. So I even offered to set up his YouTube room for him so he wouldn't look so damn silly sitting in a plastic chair talking into a microphone that he doesn't need. It's this damn big and that, but I mean, I was gonna help him out, but he said he ain't got no interest in it, so no, fuck his turkey sandwiches. No. But I appreciate the offer, but no. FSU's looking real Music City Bowl-ish, says Darian Ford. Somebody earlier said the Birmingham Bowl, but yeah, one of the two. Is the Liberty Bowl still around too? Maybe that. The Cheez-It Bowl? The Pop-Tart Bowl?
I like Pop-Tart.
Florida State and the Pop-Tart Bowl would be amazing. Didn't they beat Oklahoma State or something in the Pop-Tart Bowl 2 years ago and brag about it, or was that Oklahoma? Maybe it was Oklahoma. I think they beat Oklahoma in a bowl game 2 years ago, bragged about it. Last year they lost their bowl game by 60 and said it didn't count. Now that's weird. That's weird. Caden Asifa says, Caden said Lou is a 6-star sucker of a punk. Okay, Caden. Hey, Caden.
Whatever you say.
I guarantee he works at Chick-fil-A. That's the guy that calls in. He works at Chick-fil-A. I guarantee you they make him work outside. I bet he's been there for like 5 years and he still works outside. You know, when you first get there, they make you work outside in the heat, the rain, the cold, the snow, don't matter. You got to work outside with a directing traffic routine. And then once you've been there like 3 weeks and you know, by then you're like the longest employed person there. They move you inside. This motherfucker's been at Chick-fil-A 5 years, still works outside directing traffic. Bobby Means, thank you for the super chat. That Clemson O-line is in for a rough next week against that nasty UJ front. I could see Klubnik getting sacked 12 times. There's been a lot of seasons where Georgia didn't have 12 sacks. I don't know about 12 times. I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying. Problem is, Georgia's defensive line ain't that good. But so... Hey!
What are you barking
The hell you doing, man? Calm down, dude.
That was me.
Hey, man, what you doing? Stop, man. What was I saying?
I can't even remember. Sorry about that.
Forgot what I was even talking about now. Oh, Georgia's defensive line ain't great. Now, Georgia's linebackers will be a problem for Clemson. Georgia Tech completes a pass out in the flat. Boy, big head of steam as he turns the corner, picks up about 14 yards. Good for a first down, gets them out to the 25. So that was a big play for Georgia Tech because they were backed up near their own goal line there after that punt. Gain of 15 puts them out near the 25 now. Under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. No points scored yet in the second half. Still tied 14 apiece. Florida State, by some miracle, has been able to hang around in this game. They have kicked 2 55-plus yard field goals to stay in this game. Other than that, they've done absolutely squadoosh. Complete squadoosh other than that. Wyatt Farrell, thank you for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate that. He says, the FSU fans booing Kirk Herbstreit every time he talked on game day are crack addicts. That's one of the saddest things I've ever seen from any fan base of college football. Dude, I don't know if you're on Twitter or not. They've been harassing this man 24 hours a day nonstop on Twitter for 8 months in a row. Death threats, posted his address. I mean, these Florida State people are sick. There's a big play downfield through the air. First one we've seen. Nice catch by the Georgia Tech wide receiver, and the Nerds pick up another first down out close to midfield now. Best drive of the second half for Georgia Tech. Yeah, Florida State fans are an embarrassment, not just to college football. Florida State fans are an embarrassment to evolution. Really, they are. Florida State fans, the way they have acted the last 8 months about the playoffs and Kirk Herbstreit and ESPN, Florida State fans are an embarrassment to evolution. Lucky he didn't get called for targeting there, that Florida State guy. I'm an Augusta local. You should bring your wife to see Jesus Christ Superstar in October at the Imperial. She's going.
I'm taking my kids.
She's going. I gotta work or do something that day. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I gotta do something that day.
Yeah, I already got tickets.
Yeah, but she's going.
My daughter.
Are you in it or something, Andrew? Or what? Because her daughter is
really into that.
Getting into that kind of thing. As a diehard FSU fan, I don't want to see DJ throw the ball anymore this game, says Damon Simon. You mean this season? Georgia Metalhead says FSU versus Colorado in the Catalytic Converter Bowl. Kid Rock's going to do the halftime show. Big play, Georgia Tech. Inside the 30, out of bounds at the Florida State 29. Actually, it looks like they're going to say he stepped out around the 33. Yeah, if you're going to have a catalytic converter bowl, Kid Rock has to do the halftime show. Hey, Lou, where else do you work at besides YouTube, or do you do YouTube full-time? I do YouTube full-time. Year-round. Haynes King is a tough SOB. Yeah, he is. He's not the most talented guy. He's never going to play in the NFL, but he is tough. I'll give him that. 2nd and 3. Fumble. Florida State's going to get it. Actually, did Georgia Tech... Boy, this... How did Florida State not get that? There was 3... Boy, Georgia Tech dodged one there. That was one of those zone reads thing, and Haynes King couldn't make up his mind. Give it to the running back, keep it. Give it to the running back, keep it. Ball ended up on the ground, and boy, it sure did look like Florida State was going to jump on it, but par for the course, they're unable to do it. Look at this. Look, he should have had it. Thanks a lot, Kirk Herbstreit. That guy should have had it. That guy should have had it. Fucking Kirk Herbstreit, man. Thanks a lot, Kirk Herbstreit. 3rd and 12. Haynes King throws. Complete for a first down. Inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Wow. Big 3rd down conversion for the Nerds there. Under 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Wow. Boy, he threaded the needle on that one. That's probably the best throw I've seen either quarterback make today. That was a tight throw there. 1st and 10 for the Nerds, 1.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Pistol formation. Handoff. Breaks a couple of tackles, falls forward for a gain of about 5. Inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. 2nd down coming up for Georgia Tech. I am in it. She could come say... Hi. Yeah, he's in it.
Yeah, he said he's going to Twitter message me.
So. Okay, yeah, good. Yeah, her daughter is just getting into all that with the, I don't even know what you call it. If you call it acting or if you call it prancing around. I don't know what.
Stop it.
I don't know what, but she's getting into the acting thing.
Yes.
And that. Haynes King, quarterback draw inside the 5 all the way down to the 2-yard line. Look, I don't care what happens the rest of this game. Florida State is fucking dog shit. They're not doing shit this season. They're not winning the ACC. They're not getting to the ACC championship game. They're not even going to sniff a 12-team playoff. They'll be lucky to finish the season ranked. They're going to get blown out by Miami and any other decent team they play. Florida State is absolute fucking garbage and dog shit and dog water that you like is all mixed together in a gutter with a shovel. Yeah, that's what they're fucking terrible. They're dog shit. They spent the last 8 months fucking crying on each other's shoulder instead of preparing to play football, and this is the result you get. This is fucking sad and embarrassing. No wonder nobody wants them. No wonder nobody wants it. The Big Ten don't want them. The SEC don't want them. After this performance, I'd be surprised if the Big 12 even wants them. Do you want them?
I don't want them.
She don't even want them.
I don't want them. Did I miss the White Tonto? Did White Tonto come out?
No. Oh, on the game?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. Did Florida State take their racist ass white Tonto bullshit over to Ireland and do it, or were they banned from doing that in Ireland? Does anybody know? At the beginning of the game, you know that white boy that they dress up like an Indian with a costume they bought off of Amazon and some face paint, and they put him up on that show pony, slap his ass, hand the kid a flaming toothpick, send him out to midfield. Did they do that in Ireland? Or were they banned from doing that in Ireland? That's a felony in Ireland. It probably is. Damn, Lion said Kirk was right. Oh no. Oh no, don't tell Florida State, man. You telling me Kirk Herbstreit was right? Oh my God. Oh my God. Florida State's in the fucking trash can. Their season is over.
Their season is over.
Hey, where's the Florida State helmet? Uh-oh. Yeah, Florida State helmet. Uh-oh.
Ready?
Uh-oh. Should we replace the Florida State helmet with the your season is over helmet? Holy shit, y'all are terrible. Y'all are fucking horrendous. I'm glad y'all spent the last 8 months fucking crying. I guess we'll see y'all in February. You dumbasses are gonna disappear off the internet about like a fart in a windstorm. We ain't gonna see you motherfuckers again. Run your goddamn mouth all off season about it. Hey, does this game count, by the way? Hey, Florida State, man, does this game count? Can somebody let me know? Let me guess, Georgia Tech's really good and a playoff contender all of a sudden now, right? Holy shit. Y'all are fucking garbage. Y'all are terrible. Hey, Florida State, man, go back to Twitter and tweet at Kirk Herbstreit some more about how important your fucking feelings are! What a joke. What an absolute joke. How many people are watching this shit show?
1,000.
1,000? How many thumbs up? I'm gonna end the stream. There's only 490 thumbs up? I might as well just shut this shit down.
Y'all better get those thumbs up.
I'm gonna yell either way. It's just I'm gonna do it on YouTube or I'm gonna do it in the living room. One of the two. But I'm yelling for the rest of this fucking game.
I'd rather he do it here, so y'all.
It's either here or I'm going in the living room and do it. Those are the two fucking choices. That's it. There is no other choice. I'm going to the bathroom. You want to talk to them for a minute? They done made me mad. 490 thumbs up and there's 1,000 people in there?
1,000 people in here.
God almighty, man. It's the first game of the college football season. I mean, that in and of itself should be enough reason to hit the thumbs up. Never mind the fact that I'm running around here like a fucking chicken with his head cut off, screaming and hollering and yelling for no good goddamn reason. Holy shit. Florida State sucks. How about a thumbs up for that? Thanks a lot, Kirk Herbstreit. I'm going to take a few minute break. When I come back in here, them likes need to be higher. That's it. In the meantime, the lady's going to talk to you and answer your questions in the chat for a second. But I got to go pee for a minute, calm the fuck down, and take a blood pressure pill.
Y'all already got him worked. Oh my gosh. Only week 0 and y'all already got him worked up. Bluetooth First Lady. I actually like that. That sounds really good. That's got a nice little tone to it. What's up, everyone? Yeah, that's right. Stop mistreating Uncle Lou. No, I don't yell. At least not about this, because I don't know what I should be yelling at. That's right. There we go, agency. Is that right? That's right. Hey, Chiquita, how are you? No, I'm not good at math. Is Lou in timeout? No, he's taking a mental health break, a 5-minute mental health break. You guys got him worked up. I don't even know what was said that got him all worked up. Well, if you guys are following me on Twitter, I did post some feet pics on Twitter. Special occasion feet pics. What's up, Let's Go Brandon? How are you? Oh, that's right, Evie. He says thumbs up for Mrs. Lou. Mrs. Lou too. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, Andrew. She would love that, actually. He says, at Lady Lou, you can leave him. I'll let your daughter backstage with us. I'll tweet you so your daughter can get some FaceTime. That would be, oh, she'd love that. Yeah, she's a freshman in high school, but she really got into it. She took a musical theater workshop class this past summer, and they did Newsies Junior, and she got like the second like highest part. So yeah, so she's really getting into it now. So am I pulling for anyone in this game? No, not really. Not really. So did y'all hear that Lou was up at like 4:30 this morning? Yeah, 4:30, like a kid at Christmas time. And I even said when we went to bed last night, he was probably gonna be up at like 5, and he was up at 4:30 this morning. You have to follow me on Twitter if you want feet pics. I did post some feet pics on Twitter. Oh, you've been here long enough to know I'm not good at that. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. I'll do my best though. I'll see what I can do. All right, there's this snap. It's a handoff. It looks like. Looks like they lost yards though. I'll do my best. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people were up early today. What's my Twitter? I think it's just at Battle Angel. I don't know. I'd have to look at it. So when he comes back, I'll put it in the chat. I think my Twitter handle is at Battle Angel though. I don't know. I'll have to look at it. Mrs. Lou, Tiffany Gomez is a UTE fan. That's cool, right? She's that Emma for Isn't Real lady. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure who that is, honestly. Breaking Parallel says Lou got to sleep for 7 months. That is true. That is true. A Ohio wants to know where did I get the name Battle Angel. So if you guys have seen the movie Battle Angel, that's where I got my name from. And at the time, actually, I had my hair almost like the same length as the the main actor in that movie. And I mean, for some of you that know, yeah, that's where I got my name from. Oh, thanks, Jonathan. I appreciate that. I said I tried. I do my best. Not so much anymore, Nate. Not so much anymore. Well, she does kick ass. Yes, she does kick ass. Stop, Lou. You better stop. That is not true. You don't search up Battle Angel feet. Although I don't know. That might work. That might work. I don't know. Battle toes. Yeah, that's right.
They're lucky they picked up that first down. If they would have punted right there, I was going to come right back in and immediately start yelling again. 1st and 10, Florida State. They picked up a key first down there on that Ooga-Badoogie throw. Empty backfield now. Maybe they're going to finally let him start throwing the ball a little bit. They're on the Tech 45. They're down 7. Quarterback draw for no reason. Slow motion man gains 2 yards. 2nd and 8. Lou, your old lady is hot. Yeah, I'm a lucky man. I don't know what to, It's only because I'm on YouTube. Other than that, I never would have got it.
Oh my God.
That's it. It's only because I'm on YouTube. 2nd and 7 coming up for Florida State. Second and 7 now for Florida State on the Tech 42. Pistol formation, 2 wide to the top. Snap. Handoff this time. Nowhere to go. Got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 3rd and 7 coming up for the Noles.
So is this the same FSU team that went to the playoffs?
They didn't go to the playoffs.
Oh, they didn't. That's right. They didn't go to the playoffs.
Yeah, because they lost to Georgia by 60.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
Yep. Dean LeBlanc says, we went up over 900 likes now, Luke. Yeah, I kept an eye on it while I was taking my break, and once I was satisfied that you guys liked the stream enough, I went ahead and came back in. Darian Ford, thank you for the super chat. He says, would be hilarious if Florida State dropped their lawsuits with a loss. Florida State will be slinging baby come back to the SEC. Yeah, Florida State's going to end up begging the ACC to let them stay. Yeah, is what's going to happen. Back to throw on 3rd and 7. Gets rid of it. Incomplete, out of bounds, uncatchable. 4th and 7 coming up for the Noles. Big play here with 10 minutes to go in the game. Big play coming up here on 4th and 7. Probably going to go for it. They're in Georgia Tech territory around the 42-yard line. Lemuel says, Florida State fans crying all offseason is why Unc is grumpy. Yeah, they've been obnoxious. Florida State fans have been so obnoxious this offseason. It's been ridiculous. That's why I made the point this last week. It's about 90% of the college football world just sitting around waiting on Florida State to lose, just so they can laugh at the fans. It's got nothing to do with the team. It's the fans. The Florida State fans have been just obnoxious for the last 8 or 9 months with their constant crying. 4th and 7, here we go. Ooga-Badoogie throws. Wide open, complete. Down inside the 25 to the 21-22. Looked like Tech was playing some kind of a zone there, and the receiver just sat down right in a hole. Wide open in the center of the field. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, one of those linebackers didn't drop enough. Sharkzilla says, I missed this, Lou. Glad you're back. Yeah, it's good. Shit, I'm glad college football is back. Yeah, I'm glad. We're all glad college football is back. If FSU loses, they will remain winless in 2024. That's a fact. Right now, they're 0-1, ain't they? Not much gain there for Florida State on 1st down. 2nd down coming up now. They're definitely in field goal range. Of course, they need a touchdown to tie it up. Coming up on 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, they're down 7. FSU 5 and 7, pay loose, says Senior and the boys. Thank you all for the super chats, too. I am trying to get caught up on them in between plays here. 2nd and 13 for the Noles. Shotgun for Oogabadoogie. Snap. Toss sweep. Only picked up 2-3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and about 10 now for Florida State. Billy Boy, thank you for the super chat. He says, too bad we won't know what would have happened in this game if FSU was at full strength. Yeah, did you know they have 10 players drafted? I don't know if this game counts or if this game is opted out or what. You have to ask the Florida State fan on that. I'm not convinced Georgia Tech is good. I think they both suck, says Isaac. 3rd and 9 coming up now for the Noles. Another big play here. Can't wait for Clemson versus FSU in the QB battle of the century. Yeah, Cade Klubnik versus DJ Ukulele. Good Lord. 2 horrific quarterbacks. 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap. They hand it off on 3rd and 9 and barely get back to the line of scrimmage. What a fucking give-up play that is. Just a complete give-up play. 4th and 9. They're probably, they're going to have to kick a field goal and play defense. I don't know what other choice they have here on 4th and 8. I don't know why you run the ball there. Well, I know why. It's because your quarterback is garbage, but are they going to go for it here? Yeah, they're going to go for it. 4th and 8. 7.5 minutes to go. I'll Twitter message. Oh, that's about the play thing. Okay. All right. I think FSU will be doing extra mad cartwheels next week, says Darian Ford. 4th and 8. Here we go. Shotgun. 3 wide. 1 running back. Snap. Back to throw. Ukulele gets rid of it. Complete. Inside the 5. Down to the 1 yard line. 1st and goal, Florida State. A deep slant. Now, that was a good throw. That's by far the best throw of the day by UncleLouHere. He put that one on a rope right on the money. Yeah, by far his best throw of the day. Florida State in business now, 1st and goal on the 1. I want to see Lou versus Caden arguing right now. You are Caden. Yeah, you are Caden, Nat. Touchdown Florida State? Yes, touchdown Florida State. So, pending the extra point, we're looking at a tied game here. That was Roydell Williams. Shout out Roydell Williams. Pacifier, diaper, the whole deal. Shout out Roydell Williams. Somebody tell Sean S. to go outside. I don't know what that's about. But woo, we had players drafted. Yeah. The NFL took our players, woo. All right, extra point good. 6:33 to go in the game, and we're all tied up at 21. I'm feeling pretty good about both my bets on this game. I had Florida State plus 12. I had Georgia Tech plus 12. And I had total points under 55.5. Right now the game is tied and the total points are at 42. So I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. Uncle Lou, would you get with Addison Ray? I don't even know who that is. Imagine losing to either of these teams. What a great game. What a weird question, says the Marauder. Herb Street must have used his dark magic somehow. Yeah, it's got to be Herb Street's fault. Lou, this will be the best Big 12 game of the season. Dang. I don't even think the Big 12 is going to want Florida State after this. We already know the SEC and the Big 10 don't want them. There was some rumors that maybe the Big 12 would be interested. But after what I've seen today, I don't even think the Big 12 would want this can of corn. I don't even think the Big 12 would want this can of corn. In fact, did y'all see the article this morning? But the Big 12 is going after UConn. They'd rather have UConn than Florida State. There's an article out this morning that the Big 12 has been in talks with UConn. Lou, how do you think Brock Vandergrift will play for Kentucky? There's no way to know, man. He's never played before. He's talented. He's talented. But guy's never played, so it's hard to say. See you in the playoffs, Lou the loser. Go Buckeyes. Thank you for the super chat, Caden. And good luck with the whole Chick-fil-A thing. Lou, should FSU be ranked? You mean after this game? Yeah, they're not going to fall out of the top 25. I don't think. Brock Vandergrift sounds like a golfer name. Lou, you need this game over in regulation. Yeah. Overtime be no good for me because I bet the under. I need somebody to kick a field goal and win the game. Lou, didn't Florida State start their season the same way last year, then go undefeated? No, they won their first game last year, and it wasn't even close. They won by like 2 or 3 touchdowns over LSU, a way better team than Georgia Tech. So no, I don't have any clue what you're talking about, and I'm beginning to think that maybe you don't either. Dylan Raiola starter at Nebraska. Yeah, that's not a surprise to I don't think anybody. Nebraska had one of the worst quarterback situations on the planet last year. 2 huge 4th down conversions. Yeah, how big is that missed field goal by Georgia Tech earlier too now? They would be. Florida State's made 2 really long field goals. Tech missed a pretty average field goal. That could end up costing them. Is Tennessee's QB legit? Don't know till we see him play. He's got a lot of potential, but lots of players have potential. So we'll know soon. They play NC State and Oklahoma both in the first month of the season, so we'll know by then. FSU kicker looks like J.J. McCarthy. FSU to the Sun Belt. That'd be competitive. That'd be competitive there. This is a 2021 caliber FSU team that lost to Jacksonville State. Damn, that's bad there. I hate to hear that. That's down bad there. That really is. SEC goes through Auburn and Georgia. Not Auburn, buddy. Auburn's a quarterback in a year or 2 away. Haynes King rolls to his right, throws complete for a short gain, 2, maybe 3 yards. It's going to be 2nd and about 7 now for Georgia Tech. Coming up on 6 minutes to go in the game. We're all tied up at 21 apiece. FSU going to drop big in the Josh Pate power rankings, says Tyler Steele. Yeah, that sounds pretty important, Tyler. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. 2nd and 6. So I guess they're going to give him 4 yards on that little hitch pass. Nicholas Tylenol, which I'm probably going to need some when this game ends. He says, I call Ryan Day Ryan They because he acts like a woman. I don't get it. I don't get that. Ryan They because he acts like a woman. It sounds like you might try, like you might be trying to make some kind of a pronoun joke or something, or a trans joke. But I don't think it's landing. Third and 2 now for Georgia Tech. It seems like a big play for Tech here. They don't want to give the ball right back to Florida State after they just went down the field and scored. 3 and out would be terrible. 3rd and 2, they're moving a lot of people around, Georgia Tech is, and now a false start. You could see it coming. You could see it coming. They were just way too much going on pre-snap there on a 3rd and 2 play. Now that's the definition of shooting yourself in the foot right there. They just tried to do way too much there on a 3rd and 2, moving all kinds of people around, and the offensive lineman jumped off sides. False start, that's going to back them up. Instead of a very manageable 3rd and 2, you got to remember Georgia Tech has ran it down their throat today. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 7 here, and boy, this is a huge play. Because Florida State's got all the momentum right now. All the momentum right now. Back to throw. Haynes King gets rid of it. Caught. First down and then some. Boy, he almost screwed up. That guy almost screwed up. Did y'all see that? He stopped like 2 yards short of the first down. He's lucky he got loose after that. He almost fucked that up royally. Royally. Right here. What are you doing? Oh, boy, he's lucky. First down for Georgia Tech, though. They keep the drive alive. 4:15 to go in the game. All tied up, 21 apiece. 1st and 10 for the Nerds. Haynes King keeps. Picks up 5, 6, 7. They're pushing him forward now. Gain of about 7 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 3. Haynes King with a keeper that time on the zone read. 2 ankles got snapped. Haynes King, dark horse Heisman. War Eagle, says Marshall Carson. He's a long way away from a Heisman. You got to remember, he threw like 20 interceptions last year. He's a good quarterback. He's not a Heisman quarterback. And to win the Heisman, you got to be on a 10-11 win team. That's not happening either. 2nd and 3 now for the Nerds. 3:25 to go and the clock's ticking. Georgia Tech would love nothing more than to go down and kick a game-winning field goal. Handoff. Picks up the first down and then some. Another 6 or 7 yard gain. It's going to be under 3 minutes to go now. 1st and 10 for Tech. All tied up, 21 apiece. And if you're Florida State, man, you're already starting to delete your online accounts. Starting with Twitter and unsubscribing from the Uncle Lou channel because there's no way they're coming around here. There is no way they're coming around this channel if this goes bad. 2:40 to go. 1st and 10. They're in Florida State territory. Haynes King keeps again. Tries to get to the corner. Gets out of bounds after a short gain, but that could have been bad. Looked like he might have got caught for a loss, but he was able to get to the corner and step out of bounds. Short gain on the play. 3 yards. 2nd and 7. 2:20 to go in the game. They're in field goal range already, but remember, he missed a makeable field goal earlier today, so confidence not there. You want to get him as close as you can. You want to find out, do you want to kick from the left? Do you want to kick from the right? Do you want to kick from the center of the field? All that kind of, and if I was Georgia Tech, I would not throw the ball. I would let this clock drip all the way down, and I would just run the ball. If I get the first down, I get it. If I don't, I kick the field goal. Robert says it's going to overtime. Book it. Where's all the people from 2 minutes into the game when Florida State scored that were saying, well, this one's over. Florida State's going to blow them out. Florida State's going to win by 50. This game ain't worth watching. I knew everybody was talking about that blah, blah, blah. Florida State's going to win by 100. Went right down and scored. This game's over. Not sure what happened to those people. One more first down. Be good for Tech, says Donnie. Yep. They need another first down. If they don't get a first down here and they kick a field goal, whether they make it or miss it, Florida State's going to get the ball back with 1.5 minutes to go. If they get another first down, then they can bleed the clock down to nothing and kick a field goal on the last play of the game. And that way, if they miss it, they get a chance to go to overtime. So we'll see. We'll see. Florida State was a contender for 1 possession, says Nash Talks Texas. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat, Nash. Voltard representative says Florida State going to try and lobby the U.S. government to invade Ireland if they lose. Or I don't know about invade them, but they're definitely going to sue somebody if they lose. Starting with Kirk Herbstreit, I'm sure. This is all Kirk Herbstreit's fault. Fuck, you know what I mean? It's all Kirk Herbstreit's fault. We already took the Florida State helmet down and put the Your Season Is Over helmet up, but that's a little premature. Let's not put that. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Put the Florida State helmet back on the wall for now. For now.
Yeah, you jumped the gun a little bit.
I jumped the gun a little, but we will have a Your Season Is Over video tomorrow. Now, it'll be a shorter one than normal. You know, the Sunday Your Season Is Over videos here on the channel during the season those things are an hour and a half long sometimes. But there's only a couple of games today, so I will do the Your Season Is Over video tomorrow, but it's going to be shorter compared to most of them. But yeah, somebody's season's going to be over tomorrow, either Georgia Tech or Florida State. Of course, I'll have to do the reminder 100 times where I remind people that the whole Your Season Is Over thing is just a metaphor for you lost yesterday. We're in a 12-team playoff now, so of course the loser of this game's season isn't technically over. That's not what Your Season Is Over means. Your Season Is Over video is just a video we do on Sundays where instead of talking about how great the teams are that won the day before, we talk about how shitty the teams are that lost the day before. It's like the opposite of what most people would do. But it doesn't actually mean that your season is over. But even though I will explain that a million times, I'll still get 100 comments on every Your Season Is Over video that goes, this guy's an idiot. Such and such season ain't over. Okay, buddy. Yeah, stop asking me middle school questions. I'm not in middle school. I'm sure that's fun to do at recess or at lunch or on the monkey bars or whatever, but if you're 12, that's fine, but I'm not 12. 2nd and 7 for Tech, and it's close to a first down. I believe they're going to be about a yard short. But boy, don't jump off sides here and don't do anything cute or tricky or fancy. Just line up and get the first down. That's the most important thing. Just get the first down. If they pick up this first down on 3rd and 1, then they can kick a field goal on the last play of the game. Milking the clock, this is good. Yeah. If they can pick up a first down here, then they can kick a field goal as time expires. Now, maybe they make it, maybe they miss it. But in any case, Florida State won't get the ball back in regulation with a chance to tie it up. And they picked up the first down. Needed a yard, gained a yard and a half. So, 1:11 to go now. Now, you know what might happen now is Florida State might start using their timeouts. Is probably what's going to happen, I would assume. I would assume Florida State would start using their timeouts now. Florida State took a timeout. There it is. So Florida State just took their first timeout with 1:11 to go in the game. So if Georgia Tech doesn't get another first down, they're going to kick a field goal with probably 45 seconds to go. So Florida State will end up getting the ball back. Brian Gentry, thank you for the super chat, buddy. He says, first down, this just in, FSU sues Uncle Lou for Your Season Is Over video. Well, they can contact my lawyer on that. They'll have about as much luck suing me as they've had suing the ACC or ESPN or anybody else that they are in nonstop litigation against. Chris Campbell says, if FSU loses, put a picture of Kirk Herbstreit on the Florida State helmet. Damn. They blame everything on Kirk Herbstreit, don't they? Florida State versus Colorado in the Delusional Fan Bowl, says Tron. Yeah, earlier somebody said Colorado versus Florida State in the Catalytic Converter Bowl, which was funny, but I said, well, if they're going to do the Catalytic Converter Bowl, that's fine, but Kid Rock has to do the halftime show.
I heard you say that.
That's the only thing there. If they're going to do the Catalytic Converter Bowl, Kid Rock has to do the halftime show. Banjo, what's up, buddy? Thank you for the super chat. He says, hey, Lou, glad to have college football on LouTube back this season. Also, you look fat. Keep up the good work. And hashtag Sue Lou. I've actually lost some weight, so I don't know. I'm not sure if you're trolling on that or what you're doing there, but I'm at like 172, 173. Now, about 2 years ago, go back and watch videos from like 2 years ago, I was up to almost 200 pounds. I was around 195. Maybe like 2 seasons ago, and I'm down to like 173. I'm trying to get to 165. That's my fighting weight. See, that's my fighting weight. It's 165. But yeah, I'm about 173.
Well, you can just Throw that out the window now. It's football season. You're going to be eating good.
Well, yeah, but I get a lot of exercise in here.
Oh, that's true, too.
Stomping around and shit.
Yeah,
And yeah, I'm going to eat whatever I want on Saturdays, but the other days of the week, like I've been drinking Coke today, too. I gave up Coke. I say I gave up Coke. I've been drinking diet instead of regular. I know it's still bad for you. It's not like, I drink a lot of water, too. But anyway, I quit drinking regular Coke of any kind. Except during football season on Saturdays. So I have had I have had a Coke today. But like during the week, I drink diet, soda, or water. And even sweet tea now, if I drink sweet tea anymore, which is rare, if I drink sweet tea, I do half and half. Not half sweet, half unsweet. I'll do a glass of sweet tea. I'll fill the glass halfway up with sweet tea and the other half with just water. And water it down. So I have been trying to do some things to cut back. We got one of those walking pads. Have y'all seen these? They're like treadmills, but they just sit on the floor flat. And you just sit in your living room and watch TV. It's like slob exercise. So you don't have to go outside. You don't have to actually do anything. You can do it in your living room. But it's called a walking pad. It's just like a treadmill, but it's not the big arm things and all that. It literally just lays on the floor. So I've been getting shit done, but I'm down to 173, but my man says I'm fat. Now, I'm not fat. Now, I'm a slob. Yeah, I'm a slob. In fact, I'm a slob champion. 2 years ago, slob champion. All right, Georgia Tech 1st and 10. We'll talk about how fat I am later. It's coming up on a minute to go. Not much gain on the ground for Georgia Tech. Maybe a couple of yards, but, of course, they're just going to run a couple of plays and kick a field goal, and they're either going to win the game or we're going to go to overtime. I need them to just go ahead and win the game because I have under 55.5 points. See? And 21 plus 21 is 42.
That's right.
So right now I'm winning both my bets because I had Georgia Tech plus 12. That's a winner. And I had under 55.5 points. Winner. But if they go to overtime, then they can each score 3 touchdowns. And instead of 42 points, it could be like 80. Because you get the ball so close to the end zone. So I don't want overtime. I want Georgia Tech just go ahead and kick field goal and win the game. Shit. Pay Lou.
They're stretching it out for sure.
Yeah, just pay me. Let's be done with it. Kick the field goal, make it, and let's go.
All right, I'm going to go pick her
If FSU loses, they already did that. But they called me a slob, though.
You're not a slob.
I mean, they called me fat, though.
No, he's not fat.
I'm a slob, though. I am a slob. I am a slob. I won the Slob Olympics 2 years ago.
That's right.
Shit, that wasn't no accident. God damn, I've been training for that for 40 years. I won the Slob. I had the trophy. Our name is on the fucking trophy. It says Uncle Lou 2022 Slob champion. No, 23. I won in 23? Yes. Yeah. 2023 Slob Olympics champion. No, 22. No. Yeah, it was 23. SEC football says, good to have you back and go Vols. Yeah, good to have you back too, buddy. Thanks for hanging out today. FSU, your season is over week 0. God, brutal. How you season in week 0? Jeez, that's bad. That's down real bad. You took Georgia Tech on the money line? Yeah, you're going to get paid if they make this field goal then. What was that, like plus 350? You're going to get paid on that. I didn't have the balls to do it. I took Georgia Tech plus 12. So I'm a winner too, but I'd love to have plus 350 instead of minus 110. Florida DA should press RICO charges against FSU for embarrassment of the state in a foreign sporting event. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. This has been fun today, though. Hey, I do this every Saturday on this channel, so don't run off after today. We do this all day long on Saturdays during the season between here and Patreon. I'm back and forth between YouTube and Patreon every Saturday during the season. We got 14 or 15 more of these Saturdays to go. And this was kind of tame because this is really the only big game today. I will be back on tonight streaming at 8 o'clock, but that'll be on Patreon. So those of you that are members of the Patreon page, I'll post the link on Patreon around 7:45. Just head on over to my Patreon page tonight at that time, 7:45, and you'll see the link there. Just click the link, and it'll take you to the live stream, and we're going to do this all over again for SMU versus Nevada tonight at 8. I think SMU will win big. The bet I have on that game, I took SMU team total over 41. So I need SMU to score over 41 points in that game against Nevada. That's the bet I have on the SMU Nevada game. If you aren't on the Patreon page, or maybe you are on the Patreon page and you forgot how to get there during the off season, the link is in the description of the video. That'll take you over to the Patreon page. Get yourself signed up, and we'll be back on tonight at 8 o'clock. I'll post the Patreon. There's the Patreon link there in the chat. Here comes the field goal. Oh, no, that's the last one. God damn it. They tricked me. They tricked me. See, I watch these games with no volume because sometimes the microphone picks up the volume and then YouTube gets me with a copyright claim. So I watch these games with no volume. Well, they just came back from a commercial break and went straight to a Georgia Tech field goal, but it was the one from earlier, and I didn't know that. I almost got carried away there because I was like, they missed it wide right again? But now here we go, 2nd and 7. Georgia Tech moving a bunch of pieces around again for no reason. This looks like a quarterback draw to me. Fumble. See, what are they doing? Georgia Tech is blowing it. This is twice where they're just doing too much. All these people moving around and move here and move there and motion, and these people moving from that side to this side. They don't need to be doing all that. Snap the fucking ball and kick the field goal and be done with it. But nope, they shooting themselves in the foot. Now they lose 10 yards here. Well, they lose about 8 yards, but still. Boy, Georgia Tech is doing everything they can to not win this game. I mean, there's just no sense in that at this point in the game. Everyone knows what they're doing. They're just going to line up and run the ball up the middle. That's all they're going to do. But nope, they got to move here, move there. Twice they've done it on this drive, and both times it's fucked them up. The first time it cost them a false start, and now this time it's potentially cost them the game. Now they're all the way back on the 38-yard line now. That was a loss of 8 yards. 3rd and 18. Now they got to gain some yards here. They got to gain some yards here. Because at this point, it would be a 55-yard field goal. So they're going to have to gain some yards. 55 seconds. Here we go. 3rd and 18. Pass complete out in the flat. Nice gain. All right. They got all the yards back. 4th down. All the way down to about the 28-yard line of Florida State. 40 seconds to go. Florida State's out of timeouts. So Georgia Tech's going to let this thing go all the way down to about 5 seconds, and then they're going to call a timeout. It's going to be 4th and 6. Florida State can't stop the clock. There's about 4 seconds difference between the game clock and the play clock, so they're going to let this thing get down to about 5 seconds, then they'll call a timeout. They're going to be on the left hash, and it's going to be about a 40, 42-yard field goal attempt, depending on where they spot it. Here they go. Timeout with 5 seconds to go. Remember, Georgia Tech is 0 for 1 on field goal attempts today. They missed one early in the second half that would have given them a 3-point lead at the time. It was tied up at 14 at the time. They missed it wide right. Florida State, on the other hand, has made 2 field goals. Both of them were over 55 yards. But Georgia Tech is 0 for 1 on field goals. So what's going on inside this kicker's head right now? Gonna have to find some confidence and get out there and line up and kick this thing. It's a makeable field goal. You're looking about, if you're on scholarship in college, you should be able to make a 40, 45-yard field goal. So here we go. 5 seconds, tied up at 21 apiece. Will Georgia Tech win right now, or are we headed to overtime? 44-yarder. From the left hash. Here we go. Lined up. Snap. Hold. Kick. Is up. It's good. Down goes Florida State. This is the funniest fucking outcome I have seen in college football in my 46 fucking years on this earth. Florida State fans are a fucking embarrassment to fans, to sports, to human beings. They're an embarrassment to evolution. They haven't done nothing for 8 or 9 months but bitch, moan, cry, whine, complain, bellyache, post on Twitter about how important their feelings are, yell about Kirk Herbstreit, the SEC, ESPN, the playoff committee. They've sued the SEC, the ACC, the College Football Playoff Committee, the athletic director of NC State. They fucking sued the court. They sued their own athletic department. They sued the ACC again. The SEC Network, Disney, Disney World, Disney Movies, the Disney Channel, the Star Wars franchise, because they're owned by Disney. They've done nothing but cry and sue people for 8 or 9 months instead of focusing on football. And as a result, you just got your ass handed to you in Dublin, fucking Ireland. You flew halfway across the country just to shit on your own foot. And I, for one, hope it stinks. To the Florida State fans that have been crying for the last 8 or 9 months, you deserve 100% of the shit that you're about to catch for the next 7 days. And really, and this is the worst case scenario for you, because there's no other fucking games today. It's not like some other team is about to play and shit the bed to take the attention off of your dead-beaten ass. No, nobody gives a fuck about Montana State or New Mexico or SMU or Nevada. It doesn't fucking matter. This is all that matters. This is it. You fucked up. It couldn't happen to a better fan base. Hey, shout out to Georgia Tech fans. Look, I'm a Georgia fan. I don't hide that. And so I have to hate Georgia Tech. It's a law. But I'm really good friends with some Georgia Tech fans. And for those people, I'm extremely happy. And it's got nothing to do with Florida State. This is a big win for Georgia Tech and Brent Key. And I'm happy for C-Dog and Rec Talk and the rest of the Florida State fans that have been on or around this channel for a long time. This is a big win for them. And we don't really celebrate winners on this channel, unfortunately. We kind of take the opposite approach and laugh at losers. But let's be real. Georgia Tech has been circling the drain for the better part of a decade, waiting on somebody to come along and flush it. And this is a pretty big win here for them. So I hate Georgia Tech. Fuck Georgia Tech. But I am happy. I am happy for my buddies that are Georgia Tech fans. Now back to Florida State. Florida State's a fucking embarrassment. They're a goddamn joke. You can hang it up with the Big Ten and the SEC. The Big Ten and the SEC didn't want Florida State before this happened. You think they want them now? No. Not only do you get a below average, mediocre, terrible fucking garbage can team like Florida State, but you also have to live under constant threat of being sued by them. I mean, holy fuck. Florida State fans sit around going, I don't understand why nobody wants us. It's because you're suing your own conference and your own TV partner. That's why. Why would the SEC take Florida State whenever the SEC makes less money than the Big Ten? Florida State comes into the SEC, they sign all the paperwork. Yeah, we're here for 50 years. We love it. We're happy. We'll sign whatever paperwork. Then 2 years down the road, when it dawns on them that they're making less money than Ohio State, what? They turn around and sue the SEC then? So no wonder the SEC don't want them. And the Big Ten don't want them because, well, nobody wants them. It looked like maybe the Big 12 wanted them 2 weeks ago, but after this display of utter ineptitude, look, this is the worst fucking thing that's happened in Ireland since the Pied fucking Piper followed those goddamn rats off the cliff. My mind is fucking blown at this point. My mind is fucking blown. This is worse than the fucking potato famine from 1928 or whatever the fuck it was. I've never seen no shit like this. Florida State went halfway around the world to embarrass themselves for what? For what? God almighty. I gotta go. I'll be back on at 8 o'clock for SMU versus Nevada, but that's on the Patreon page. If you want to hang out, Patreon link is in the description. I'm going to get caught up on these super chats, and then I got to get out of here. This is a total fucking shame and a disgrace. My grandfather's rolling over his fucking grave right now, watching this sorry fucking excuse of a team, Florida State. God damn. All right. Hunter says, this just in, FSU thinks they should have won the game because they were undefeated until the fourth quarter. Lou, it wasn't like Georgia Tech got lucky. They physically bullied FSU. What a win for Brent Key and Georgia Tech. Yeah, this wasn't a fluke. This was not a fluke win. Something weird didn't happen at the end. You're right. Florida State got manhandled on the line of scrimmage in this game. You're right, 100% right. Cowpoke Ranch says, we in the Big 12 revoke our invitation. See, I told you. They don't want them. Julie C says, FSU going to sue the whole state of Georgia. Oh, my God. They've lost back-to-back games to teams from Georgia. Wow. Wow. Hey, we know what they say. Always look on the bright side of your life. Hey, Florida State, man. At least you didn't lose by 60 this time. Hey, that's almost like winning, dude. At least you didn't fucking lose by 60. FSU toting 2 L's in a row makes my day. Yeah, they got a fat little losing streak going on, don't they? What a shame that is. Bobo's headset says, God, I've missed this. Me too. Pay Lou and have a good morning. Oh, yeah. I went 2 for 2 on my bets on this game, too. So pay Lou on that and that. I had under 55.5 points, winner. And I had Georgia Tech plus 12, winner. I mean, they rammed it in raw. Let's go. They rammed it in raw. Thank you, Swaggy, man. FSU sued me, but I got off. Thanks, Morgan and Morgan. Trail of Tears, Irish edition. Holy shit. White Tonto might be making an appearance on the Your Season Is Over video tomorrow. Holy fuck. Where is that motherfucker? Hey, get your engine ass out here. Where are you? You engine looking motherfucker. Where are you at? Don't let me find you. Well, he can't be bothered right now. He can't be bothered. He's fucking, he's out in his wigwam smoking his peace pipe. But White Tonto will be on the Your Season Is Over video tomorrow. Don't even worry. The Mountain West just withdrew their invite to FSU. Oh my God, that's terrible. Thank you, Michael Grubbs and Winter of Lame for the super chats. Father Shuey, what's up, buddy? Good to see you in here. State of Georgia owns Florida. Facts and facts. 100% facts right there. Down goes White Tonto, says Cowpoke Ranch. Yes, thank you for the super chats. Tron says, glad we can start the season laughing at FSU. Can't wait for SEC play Boomers sooner. Thank you, Tron. Swaggy Man says, Lou, what would be more embarrassing? UJ beating Florida State by 60 or White Tonto just losing to the nerds? I still think the 60-point loss is more embarrassing because that's the worst bowl loss in bowl history. We've been playing bowl games for 120 years. Nobody's ever lost by 60 until Florida State. So I still think that's more embarrassing. How many SEC championships does Ireland have? Tyler. That one got me, Tyler. That's a good one. Adam Seabolt, thank you for the super chat. SEC Football says, good to have you back. Yeah, good to see you in here too, buddy. Number 1 fan of the U. Well, I know y'all are loving it. Hey, Miami fans. Plus, Uncle Lou picked you to win the fucking ACC. Hey, that ain't no accident. Goddamn. Get somebody to read that to you. What's that say? Biggest closet Miami Hurricanes fan, Uncle fucking Lou. Yeah, I know the Miami fans are besides themselves. First, Uncle Lou picks them to win the ACC. Now Florida State starts out 0-1. Holy fuck. The Miami fans haven't had this much to be happy about since they were in the Big East. Caleb says Florida DA should press RICO charges. Okay, I read that one. So let's get back to the bottom and catch. Been a long off season, says Austin. Yes, it has, but it's over now. It's over now. The season is back and Uncle Lou is back in the saddle again. Back in the saddle again. Boy, what a great fucking day. What a great start to the college football season. It couldn't have been a better start. I had boiled peanuts and Florida State lost. Holy shit. You hear that? That's the sound of FSU's Big Ten invitation. Okay, we read that. Sanders just gave his diploma back. Who, Dion? Oh, he been dissociated from them a while back anyway. Imagine flying to Ireland just for Georgia Tech to end you. Yeah. Thank you, Evie, Brian, and Austin. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out today. I had an amazing time. Again, we do this every Saturday, so come back next week. We'll do it again. And for those of you over on the Patreon page, I'll be back on at 8 o'clock for SMU versus Nevada. But I do got to get out of here. I got to go find the defibrillator. And I'll talk to y'all again soon. Martin Rosario, shout out. Thank you for the super chat. Don't worry, FSU, man. This game doesn't count because you got snubbed from the playoff. Yeah, I've been on Twitter trolling. They're going to delete their Twitter accounts, though. They're a soft group of people in general. All right, I'll see y'all tonight at 8 o'clock over on the